good people. Good morning to you. Good morning, my darlings. Good morning to you. Hey, Melissa. Oh, my God. Melissa's up in here early this morning. Uh-oh. It's got to be something. Good morning, PL. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, T Gold 007. Good morning, Kara. Good morning, Special. Good morning, Dream. Good morning, Tall Glass. Good morning to Kenya. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Kiki. Good morning, Chelsea. Chelsea, I got your email this morning. I didn't read all of it yet, but I got it. Good morning, Joycelyn. Good morning, Kenya. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, Ari. Good morning, Leah. Good morning, Dialogue. Hold on a second. I'm going to make my turn here, y'all. Hold on. Can't look at y'all no more because I'm driving now. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You guys see my chat? Okay, we talk. Blah, blah. Get it out, Sylvia. Get it out. Spill it out. No court today. No court tomorrow. No court Monday. So you guys, y'all on a detox right now. Detox from the court system. Detox. Woosah. Breathe a little bit. Woosah for a minute. Does the court turn on one day holiday with extra 2 days? No wonder the court system is behind the extra. Well, she had this plan already. Judge Whitaker already had this plan before she even had this case. So this is her vacation time. Okay, now let the lady get some vacation now. Yeah, stop it. Let the lady get vacation. But all right. I'm here to have a conversation with you guys, right? I'm having a conversation with you guys. Some of you guys were on my live yesterday, and I shared some information with you guys in regard to what the judge said in regarding to the two sides coming together to come up with a resolution. Why are you up so early? HB Vlog. Listen, HBO Vlog. I am a morning person. Listen to me. I am a morning person. This is the best Sylvia that you get. It's the morning Sylvia. Okay. I am up at 5 o'clock every morning. Okay. 5 o'clock every single morning that the Lord has blessed me to be alive. We got off at 12. I know. But you know what? I was always told I get to rest when I'm dead. So if I'm resting, that means I'm dead, okay? So I'm just joking. All right, let's talk, guys. I get thrown off when I'm reading your comment because I know y'all have a fit if I don't read your comments. So I'm gonna stay away from your comments for a minute so I can have a conversation with you guys to talk about what the judge basically said yesterday. Okay. Judge Whitaker is not a dummy. She's very wise in her career. You gotta give the woman her props. But remember what we said. She was a prosecutor. She was on the prosecutor's side, meaning that's where her most of her career came from, prosecution. So obviously her leaning is going to be towards the state side. Okay. We all know that. Most judges are from the prosecution side. Okay. They're on the side of the people, right? Because, prosecutor is supposed to be we the people. So most of her thoughts and ideas and functionality is towards the state side. So yesterday, the state was dealt with really badly, real badly. It was a big L for the state yesterday. It's a big L for the state yesterday. Somebody said, so was Adam. Yeah, but Adam is a defense attorney. She's never been a defense attorney. Come on, y'all. Let's not sit here and argue with me. Okay? Let's not argue with me. Y'all always want to put in your little 2 cents. Y'all want to put in your 2 cents. This is not a democracy right now. This is a dictatorship, okay? It's a dictatorship right now. At this moment in time, it's a dictatorship, okay? Because y'all throwing me off with y'all comments. I'm not supposed to be looking at your comments, but anyway. Dictatorship. Remember, dictatorship, okay? Dictatorship. Not democracy right now. Okay? Think of a communist country, okay? That's what I am right now, a dictator, okay? Back to what I was saying. She leans more towards the state because she's, an ex-prosecutor. And okay. She's an ex-prosecutor. I'm going to go get something to eat. That's what I'm doing. I'm sorry. That was just popped up and trying to ask me to get her something too. But thank you for the person that got me breakfast this morning. I appreciate it. But anyway, so the state has received a big L yesterday, y'all. The way this defense came in and they were punching and they were pulling teeth and some stuff came out. Juror was in awe. Jurors were sitting up. One juror that I have never seen writing was writing yesterday. And I think the judge saw that. A judge saw that, hey, I need to throw the towel inside this ring here. Because my teammate here is losing. We need to throw in a towel here. We need some relief. The referee was like, okay, all right. They don't want to get knocked out, so they want to get some sort of stuff going on so they don't get clobbered, right? Because they were being clobbered last night, clobbered yesterday, clobbered. In my opinion, that's my opinion, okay? Some stuff was brought out, remember Max talked about those made up names that Mr. Copeland had. Those two names, Lil Micah and somebody else, some other name, and stuff that we didn't even have a clue about was coming out. And also the warrant of telling lies. You remember the lie when Woody supposedly lied about the officer and the thing spraying him, and that person did not even have that spray or whatever. And then those are two federal cases that was sitting out for him, right? We didn't know about that. So they were losing. Lil Mike and Quiz. Thank you, Deirdre. Thank you, Deirdre. Lil Mike and Quiz. And so now the judge the judge asked him before about coming up with some sort of plea deal. This is before the knockout and the dragging and the punching that was going on yesterday. This is before all of that. So she's encouraging. She says, I encourage both parties to come to a resolution. She said, I encourage. That was a big word right there. Encourage. Meaning, hey, y'all better do something because y'all don't want me to do something. And you know who she talking to, right? She talking to her teammate. Her teammate, which is the state. Because, they go hand in hand. So it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting on what will happen the next couple of days. Now, we're going to see if Hilton going to come in with a Hail Mary type of thing to try to save them from the cluttering and the bashing that they got the last 2 days. Because, Steele started it all. Steele came in with a very soft, gentle, and easy, and got Mr. Copeland to trust him. And then by the end, and then Weinstein filtered into his belief, his faith, and wanted to show that, hey, right now he is telling the truth because you know what? His life has changed. So they really played it really, really well. They orchestrated this whole storyline, and they hit every single angle that you can even hit. And even Chard even talked about the state telling him to say, I don't recall, right? So that come back, what the state was going to come back is, why you talk to the defense? Why were you easy on the defense and not on us? Why did you say you don't recall? So now they can't come back and say, hey, they can't come back and do that because Chard already handled that part. He handled that. He just basically told them, hey, this is why he was saying I don't recall. Because the state told me to say I don't recall because they wanted to bring in those videos. They wanted to bring in those stuff. So now, what are they gonna do? I saw an envelope brought into with to Miss Love, and I don't know what that envelope entail. I don't know what it had in it. I don't know what it. Somebody said I'm not convinced yet. You're not convinced yet about what? Little Mike and Quez. It was a y'all so funny. Y'all so funny. But as I was saying, hopefully walking papers. You think you'll get walking papers? Okay, yeah, I'm going inside the store for a minute. I might have to mute because they might have music inside the store. I might have to mute, so bear with me. Talk to one another. Talk to your neighbors in the chat because I gotta go place this order. I should have placed this order online. Why can't you super chat? Because they messed me up. Mike, don't bring back my trauma, please. They demonetized me. That's why you can't super chat. You can't do anything. You can't give me nothing on YouTube because they demonetized me. But I do have Cash App. I do have Venmo. I got Super Chat. I got all of that. Hold on a second. Hold on. Just hang on a second, y'all. I gotta tell y'all about the jurors too. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I had to go inside the store and they play music, and I don't want that to be a reason for them to try to ding me too. Um, oh, the nut juice part. Oh my God, everybody they had the whole court cracking up with that nut juice. And I thought, and it was so disgusting, y'all. If y'all didn't watch my live from yesterday, I was in detailed about that kind of stuff too. So watch the live from yesterday, so you guys could see what I talked about. But let me see. I'm gonna start. See, are you at the green store? No, I'm not at the green store. Am I supposed to be going to the green store? No, I was at Dunkin' Donuts for getting refresher because I was gonna go get me a smoothie, but I'm too far away from smoothie spot, so I'm getting a refresher. Vertigo has definitely been looking at the state side eye because she knows they screwed up. Yeah, definitely. Project Band shirt, definitely. Fee said, I noticed that how whoever Woody was on the phone with was authority because how he had them contact specific defendants. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's go on the field trip. We're going on a field trip with man, we're going on a field trip. Oh my God, you are all in my head. We're going on a field trip. Yes, we are with going on a field trip. But here's a field trip. I cannot show me going on a field trip because for some strange reason, folks go and tell on me and then they go get my channel and all that. Yeah, I'm gonna just tell you some of the stuff that I have gone through. My next live, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna just because I even got they even they even called me in yesterday because somebody told them I was using two cameras. I've been using two cameras, y'all. Been using two cameras. They're saying that I was recording for somebody else. I'm recording for myself. There's no court today, Drea. I'm recording for myself. Two cameras for myself. In fact, I got more than two cameras. I got three cameras and a video thing. Giant L for the stay, especially the fact that it didn't collaborate most of the Woody's lies in 2015. That's why the feds didn't take this case. They're restricting you from everything. Yes, I'm telling you, y'all, you are demonetized. So yes, I'm still demonetized. L. Leon, I'm demonetized. Yes, I am. The green store from the trial, Sylvia. Yes, I am. I'm gonna go. I can't tell y'all when I'm gonna do my field trip now. Come on now. Because then they'll start talking about finding me. Why no court? Because the judge has prior day off on this. Sylvia, that's dirty. That dirty love's doing the reporting on you. No, I don't think it's the love. I think it's the people in the chat. There's people in the chat that just dislikes me a lot. There are people who try to latch onto me and there's a lot of people that don't like me. There's a lot of people that try to use me too. I ain't gonna say the names, but I know who they are. Green Store got the best fried chicken, one piece, $1 a piece. We call it tap chicken in Sylvia. Okay. Yeah, it's YouTube hater. Yeah, it is. Lacey, you already know. You already know, Lacey. Y'all type up my name on YouTube. You'll see how many channels have said nasty things about me. If you don't like Sylvia, why you hit? Because they got the secret hatred. Good morning, Infamous Sylvia. I truly appreciate your commentary. It's just sad that we have so many haters that don't want you to help people understand the court system. Yeah. You know, it's not the first time because when I was doing the R. Kelly case, I was catching craziness too. It's just me. It's just me. Just me that they dislike. They dislike the favor that God gives me. They dislike that I can relate to all people and I can be fair and neutral. They don't like that. Why are you Why are you are very likable? Nah, Carmela. No, they don't think I'm likable. Mm-mm. Why? You're cool, Sylvia. I'm cool to some people. Some people don't like that I'm blunt a lot of time, and sometimes I could be a little overbearing. I can because you know how you get older, you don't give a crap. You say what you want to say, and I'm gonna get worse because once I hit that 6-0, Oh my God, it's gonna be terrible. Miss Sylvia about to pop out. She's getting warmed up. Oh, all right, Melissa. Go shout out to Melissa on that one. I received that. You are a truth teller. They don't like that. Nope, they don't like it. I'm getting so much like heat. I'm getting heat. Everything I do. Everything I do. Oh, let's talk about this whole jury situation. Let's talk about it. They even hey, where Liz at? Liz, are you in here? Gemini, are you up in here? It's the New York in me. You think so, Melissa? Look, Liz, where you at? Liz, Gemini 777. You're being summoned. Shell, Marley, can you get her, please? One of y'all, could y'all get Liz? Chelsea, yes, thank you for standing with me, y'all. We gotta, if we fall for the crap that they're doing, we'll fall for anything, you know? We gotta stand for something. Oh, let me see if my stuff is done. I gotta call Miss Dallas. Hi. Go in here, go see my phone. My stuff is ready. Oh, it's ready. My poker face. Is that me? Okay, y'all. I'm in get ready to get in the car and we're gonna talk about this whole juror situation, right? Hold on a second. I'm just trying to get in the car. Hold on. Hold on, good people. We're just making noise and okay, here we go. We're gonna gonna start. Let's do this. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's go ahead. Oh, Deanna, I'm gonna call you after this. Deanna, I'm gonna call you after this. So after this live, I'm gonna call you. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm gonna be soliciting you guys' help on some stuff because are you at work? Okay. Well, email me, tell me when you off. We could do it after when you get off. Cause yeah, we could do it when you get off. Okay, let's talk about this whole juror thing. Hold on a second, let me get out this parking lot. Yesterday, the reason the judge turned off the camera is because the jurors, one particular juror is the juror that I call SpongeBob, and I have my own personal reason why I call her SpongeBob, because I can make up whatever name I want to, I can make up whatever description I want to in my reporting. Okay, as long as I don't show, I'm gonna give y'all the disclaimer here. As long as I don't show a juror's face or have a recording of a juror's voice, I can report whatever I want to report. Listen, haters, I'm just going to tell you, listen, haters, I can report from my view what was said in the courtroom. Okay? It was a public, open court conversation. Yeah, I'm feeling something in my chest. I just hope I don't have I might need to go get that COVID test because these people, man, they be sick up in that place. I don't feel sick. Some, I don't know. It's an open court, meaning that anything that is said in there can be given or displayed or told or reported to the public. The only thing we cannot do is take a picture of the juror. We cannot record the juror voice or anything like that. Now, with that being said, yesterday the juror came back to give the judge her the update on her situation about her job. As you can recall, the day before, the juror told the judge that she had applied for a job because of the situation with her current employer. She applied for a job out of state, and she got the job, and she told the judge had to get some 411 on about the job when she was supposed to start. According to the juror, she's supposed to start the job on the 27th of September. So now, with that understanding, the judge had to ask both parties what should they do, because we already knew from what the conversation the judge was having, she was not going to release that juror, regardless. I don't think the judge was going to release her. You know why? Because the judge stated to her that, when you swear in as a juror, you're obligated to fulfill that civic duty, meaning that you don't get opportunity to do anything. You're supposed to get permission before you apply for a job, before you decide to do anything. You get permission before the judge before you do that, right? And she did not do that. She went on ahead and applied for a job, got a job, and now she has to get released. Because if she decided just to move, she would have been arrested, right? So both parties said no. Both parties, not just the defense, not just the state, but both parties said no. And the judge was already saying no. The judge herself, because she was telling her, hey, you're on jury, you weren't supposed to apply for a job, supposed to do certain things until you got permission from this court, and you did not get permission, you did not obtain permission from them, and so therefore you are not supposed to have done that, right? But remember, the judge gave them an opportunity that day. Remember? All she could have said is, no, I can't forget about that. And then she would have got her off. Right? Right? She would have got her off. She had the opportunity to jump ship. She had the opportunity to jump ship, but she decided to stay on. She could have jumped ship right then and there. When the judge said, hey, can you forget she could have said, no, I cannot forget it. I will remember what he said, and I can't be impartial. She would have got her butt right on off, and then she could have went on and got her job and have a good time on her job, her new job. But she didn't do that. Now listen, this is why I was telling you, made my disclaimer about the whole jury thing. I mean, the whole me reporting the information about the juror and stuff like that. Here's why. Well, Miss Juror, aka SpongeBob, decides to tell the judge that she believes somebody recorded her because a friend of hers contacted her. Now, wait a minute. How did his friend knows that you're on this jury? Were you talking to your friend about the jury situation? Because you're not supposed to talk to anybody about you being on a jury. How did this friend realize it was you? How did it figure that, hey, you're on a jury duty? How did that? But anyway, that's a very good question. I see you got your hand on your face, Tracy. But she said to the judge that she believes somebody recorded her because a friend told her that social media was talking about her situation, and the friend recognized that she knew that she was going through something with her job, and she wanted to tell the judge that, hey, we're reporting, and I know you're in my chat, friend. If it is truly a friend in my chat, because I was the one that reported on it. I was the one giving details about it because no one else was doing it because no one else was in there to do it. I know Law and Crime gave a little tweet about it, but you must have been inside my chat when I was typing, friend. When I was giving my people the 411 about it, right? So she called herself trying to tell on, I guess, me again, because it was me that gave the update on it, right? Hold on, let me call Dallas and tell her to come and get her food. Hold on, y'all. One second. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get this girly. Hold on.
Hey, lady.
I'm here, hon. I'm outside the door by the gate.
Oh, I made me a smoothie already.
Oh, I already got your food. You didn't tell me.
I'm gonna eat it. I'm coming. Hold on.
How you gonna tell me to get something and then you gonna...
That's why I texted you and said I'm gonna make me a smoothie.
Did you make me one?
No, I didn't think you was coming.
I wasn't. Girl, I told... Oh, Lord Jesus.
But did you see my text? That's why I texted you and said I'm gonna just make me a smoothie.
I didn't see your text until afterwards. Now I see it.
It's hard to get off this computer when I be like on the phone. So that's why.
Oh, you on the phone now?
Yeah, it's hard to move. I literally just got off the car. I gotta make one.
Oh, you gotta make a note? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna run upstairs and get it to you. Hold on. Because, you know, I don't like getting out the car, but you're making me get out my car now. Hold on.
I mean, you can wait 2 seconds.
Yeah, I can wait. Do you want me to come upstairs now, or?
No, I just gotta put my note real quick.
I can meet you upstairs. All right, let me get off the phone with you because I got my people here.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Let me go upstairs and get her this food. Hold on, y'all. But as I was saying, her supposedly heard the story, and so she wanted to go and tell the judge, ask the judge if she was recorded. No, she was not recorded because the judge made us turn off. Well, made the guy to turn off the camera, and also had me to take off my camera. I turned my camera off because my camera is always on the defendant and the witness. That's the two cameras that I use, right? So she, hold on a second, I'm going up the stairs. She wanted the judge to be aware of maybe possibility that her voice was recorded or her stuff was being put out because the friend contacted her. Now, how do the friend know that you are in the jury? I know you have a job situation, but how did the friend know that it was you? Unless you said something to your friend, right? Did you think so? That's the case? Oh, she got her door locked. I got keys. Woo! You scared me. But you remember I have keys for your house. I have keys. Oh, maybe this is not the key for this. Oh no, this is not the right key. Hey, Kobe. Yeah, Kobe is saying hi to me, y'all. Y'all want to see Kobe? Look at Kobe running around. Yeah, hold on. Look at Kobe, y'all. Look at Kobe, y'all. Look at Kobe. Look at him. He's so happy to see me, y'all. Look at him. Look at him, y'all. Look, Kobe. Kobe's so happy to see me. Look at him, y'all. Look, Kobe, look. Say hi to the people. Kobe. He's so happy to see me, y'all. Kobe. 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 Kobe happy to see me.
They made it the right way too. You went to the one on Salem, right?
Yeah. All right.
They made it with love.
But
Okay, see people. I gotta go
hold
back
on,
to
hold on.
work.
Dallas says,
What you doing? What are you doing? What is she
she
doing?
don't want y'all to see her. She don't want y'all to see her.
What was that? I don't know what she was trying to do there.
Kobe, you want the people to see you? Let's see. Look at Kobe there. Okay, look at Kobe. Okay, bye, Kobe. Lock the door down.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. Bye, Kobe. He's like, where's she going? He gone. All right, y'all, I'm going back home. Okay. She do not want to be on that camera, y'all. She's not like me. Me, I get on there looking hot mess. Y'all talk about me, but I don't care. But let me get back to what I was saying. See you later, cousin Kobe. So how in the world do her friend know that she is on the jury unless she has been having conversation about this case? What y'all think, y'all? You think she's as innocent as she's portraying, trying to put somebody else out about what happened? What y'all think? How many times would a jury get it? They refuse to continue. Lies, lies, you're always a picture. Hold on. Lies, you're always a picture. Huh? Lies, you're always a picture. Huh? The heck you talking about? So you walk in the judge's chamber and playing with the dog. Judge, I don't have a dog. 1K sipping tea with no likes and no sip up. Okay, go ahead on. Look at Chelsea, y'all. Look what Chelsea wrote up in here. Okay, Chelsea. She's definitely been talking. Yeah, she's been talking to her friend. There's no way she's not. Come on, how the friend happen to be on social media and then contacting you to find out if you're okay? But you didn't talk to them. You didn't talk to them. That's not possible. So SpongeBob. The whole okay, let me put the link in here. Maybe y'all want to come up and chat with me for a minute. Hold on. Let me put the link in here. Hold on. Yes. Hold on. Put the link in here. And then I could drive home. Y'all could help me get home and then I could just go on my computer at home and talk to y'all. And then you know what? I can't stay on too long. You know why? Because I gotta get started in learning how to do this OBS. And because I'm gonna have to do a live, begging y'all to help me out, figure this out, help me get my brain together to get this thing. Because I still need y'all help in trying to get these videos looked at, y'all. I'm serious. I ain't playing with y'all. I need this video looked at. Chelsea sent me some information. Deanna is gonna help me out with the graphics. You guys, I need y'all help. Listen, I need y'all. Seriously. I am not too proud to beg for y'all help. I'm not that type of person because I know my limitation. I know who I am. Ain't no shame to my game. I know who I am. I know I have issues. They go my babies. My regular babies. All of them are here. There we go. AJ. We got Nick. We got Pastor. My babies. Hey guys.
Hey,
What's up, Miss
Hi.
Sylvia?
Nick. What's up, Nick?
That's my babies,
AJ,
y'all.
what it
These are
do?
my boys. These are my boys.
What's happening? What's happening?
Hey
Hey,
y'all.
man, you know. Hey, can I snap right fast, Miss Silver, please?
Go ahead, Snap. Go ahead, Snap.
Hey,
Snap.
look here, y'all liquor horn and goosenecking in this comment box, and ain't enough likes, but y'all want to come over here and suck up all this ATL gang. Look, man, y'all do what right, man. Hit that like, man. It's free 99. You don't
Right?
get charged for it. I'm talking about it won't even break your spirit to even keep listening and looking at the show. But y'all just take y'all pride is in the way. Hit the like. Like, I don't understand. Like, y'all come over here and steal all the game from what Miss Sylvia know because she's in the courtroom. Hit the like button. It's free. It's free. Show some love back. You can hate all you want to, but just hit the like button. We don't know who you are. Well, we do know who you are, but like, just hit the like button. This ain't no AI mods in here. No, it's actual humans. Hit the like button. Show some love, y'all. Like, come on, man. Shouldn't nobody have to beg y'all every single day to hit the like button. But y'all go over there on the other channels and people who nowhere near in Atlanta. But y'all will go over there and y'all will like that. Y'all will like that. I'm not hating and all, but it's just the fact Miss Sylvia is actually in the courtroom, y'all. Hit the like button. Okay, I'm done.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you for that commercial break. All right, go ahead, AJ, because you know Pastor gonna talk a long time. But go ahead, AJ.
Oh, nothing, man. I'm just chilling. I ain't came up in the box in a minute, but that friend been taking notes from Woody, man. That she ain't got no friend. That's imaginary, man. That friend is her. She trying to get up out of here. And for Judge Whitaker and plea deals, man, that window closed, doc. It's not guilty or nothing.
All right then. Thank you, AJ. And we got they just left. Okay, go ahead, Pastor.
Here's the thing. First of all, the jury is out of order. The case is out of order. Throw the whole goddamn on. Everybody's out of order. Just dismiss everybody and continue to keep blessing Miss Sylvia. Okay, so that's the first thing. All right. Second thing, Miss Sylvia, didn't I say the night before last that Shard was going to overtake it? Didn't I say that?
I must confess, you did say that. I must give you your props.
LJ, but he landed his plane though.
And he did, AJ. He did, but
he took the long route, but he landed it.
Yeah. But I just hope that because he's coming back with him, and I get it. Everybody's in defense of their particular client. It's not all of them are working for Jeffrey. And I know that they probably talk or whatever, and I know they're not going to go back and say, oh, well, don't do that because you might jeopardize this and this and that, because then now you got a bunch of attorneys that's just not working together, okay, and there's a bunch of friction, okay, so they all fighting individually, okay, for their clients.
But I don't see that, LJ. I don't see that because if you listen to him, each guy that got up there exonerated the next client. You feel me? That was an organized hit on the defense. Each person that Weinstein mentioned another client, Shard mentioned the other person, Steele mentioned Stillwell. You feel me?
You're right.
So it's a one. I mean, how I want to say it.
A one-hitter quitter? You still there? Hello? You still there?
This thing must have went out. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Eddie.
How you doing, Miss? How you doing, Miss Sylvia?
How are you doing, Eddie?
Yeah. Hey, I'm not tech savvy. Hey, I was looking at your thing. It looked funny from when I signed up, when I bought a membership with your program. It looked a little different. What is going on? I haven't been on here for a while. They
demonetized me, Eddie. That's the reason why you cannot do the membership. That's the reason why you got a little email from them. They took my monetization, meaning that
no,
I don't get paid.
Hey, Sylvia, I have a membership. I have a membership before the demonetization. But what I was trying to do is I was going to promote your because I've been listening to everything you said. I was trying to go to your like promotions, like get at first you had like different kind of payment things.
Well,
I
they
think
took
I
it
just
away
got.
from me. They took it away from me.
Oh, right, because your membership, I believe, is what the initial membership is what $2.99. I got that
2.99.
one.
Yeah, but they
Huh?
took that away. They took it away. They're not gonna even charge you next month. I can't come back apply. I gotta apply in November 14th, so I can't get no kind of funding that you guys are giving until November 14th. So that's what happened.
Okay,
That's what's
well
happening
then,
with my family.
well, hey, well then, what's your cash app? I'm not worried about
Um,
that.
okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can pin it up here. Mods, could y'all put one of y'all put it up so I can put it up on the chat, please? Because I can't type right now. Yeah, they rejected my appeal, Gigi. They rejected me. I even went to the one on X and they tell me some mess. I need to go through all my videos and I don't
Right.
know.
So, Michelle, you know what I would do with that? I will go
What?
ahead and put yourself a PayPal link, okay, and have it be a donating PayPal link.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how I would handle that. Because these day companies and they're going to do what they want, but
Right.
PayPal is basically going to say, hey, listen, this is the link. Y'all want to donate? Y'all can donate. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Just like the
I,
cash app. Yeah.
I honestly think you all to just go on and get Steel to fight DK for you, Miss Sylvia, because you'll win with Steel. Send
you,
Steel down there to YouTube and watch he crank up your appeal.
you know what? It still is not gonna be still is too busy killing cases, okay? So stop it. Mine is not like that.
Hey, but
You think
I
they
actually I actually came up here to say one more thing, y'all. I don't want to be rude and cut y'all off.
go ahead,
But
like you got cut
honestly,
off yesterday?
yeah, exactly. Honestly,
Okay.
I really think that the state is not going to come to an agreement because y'all got to understand these are strong black queens who we have. Even though we might look at them as evil right now, but they still all queens no matter what. They still all black queens. But the thing is, their pride is in the way. And look who their boss is. Fanny is their boss. And y'all know her pride is on 1,000. So they not gonna come up with an agreement. They only want guilty pleas. But the judge is going to linger in this time because she knows that the world is watching. So she's going to agree with the jury. The jury is going to say not guilty. For the jurors to speak up and look and see what's going on, and then for SpongeBob to say what she done said, the case has come to the end, y'all. The main witness, KC, has pled, hey, look, everything was a lie. The whole story involved around Woody. So the thing is now everybody's seeing it now, Lord forgive me, but it might be a couple of guys who got to stay because of their criminal history. But Lil Jeff, he's gonna be released. I can tell you that now. He gonna be released because the whole story from yesterday and the day before, it was actually based on who is Thug. And who is Lil Jeff? He's a good kid. That's the way that they were speaking. So I really feel like the state pride is in the way. So if they're in here, I know y'all listening, me love y'all beautiful black queens. But sometimes you can't win every battle when God is involved with it. All
Didn't
right,
they
I'm going back by
didn't
my
they
business.
have specific instructions not to give Jeff a deal?
Well, I mean I don't know. I don't know. They might. I don't know.
Hey everyone, good morning.
Hey, brother.
Sylvia, sister, my New York sister.
What's up,
I just
honey?
wanted to get up here real quick and just ask you, do you think that the judge can redo the jury instructions, like tell them again? Because I don't think they understood what she said. Because if they did, I think that the woman or the girl, whatever, who had the job, she would have stood up. I don't think the jury understood what she said.
But it's too late for that because Woody already testified. Kenneth already testified, so it's too late.
Mm. Oh.
It's too late. Remember, she said from the day from the before the 10th. I mean, before the 12th. Excuse me. Forget everything before the 12th testimony, or after the 12th, or something like that.
Right. But my thing is, well, obviously, like you said, it's too late. But if I was a juror and it went over my head, say a juror was like, hey, judge, I kind of heard that you gave instruction that if we couldn't let something go, we can leave. I didn't get that part. What if somebody approached her and said that? Would it still be too late?
It's too late now because he completed the whole testimony on the state side and the defense side. It's too late.
This sucks. All right, that sucks. She should just call a mistrial because
I wouldn't do a mistrial now because all of it's in favor of the defense. If it's a
true
mistrial, it has to be a mistrial with prejudice,
prejudice, right?
not without prejudice.
Right.
With prejudice.
That's true. How are you feeling on Miss Sylvia?
How am I feeling? I'm feeling
Yes.
great. You know me and my morning stuff. I'm good in the morning. Now in the evening, if you ask me, I'll be like,
Yeah, I
I'm good.
got you. All right, that's good to hear. Hey AJ. All right, guys, I'm gonna
What's
get
that?
down. I just wanted to get up and ask you about the jury instruction because I really feel like they didn't understand shit she said, or excuse my language, or they would have got up and they would have left. But I guess, like you said, now they in for it. She asked y'all, y'all didn't get up. So, but all right, have a good morning. God bless.
God bless. Okay, y'all. What is up with the march now? Are y'all willing now? Are y'all willing? Or y'all gonna be acting like scaredy cat again?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The chat probably gonna eat me up, but I have to say something. I am
Okay.
from New York, and when I was in the comments, I said, "Hey, protest." Everybody was like, "Protest, protest, protest." So I understand not everybody's in ATL, right? But there's a lot of you guys that are in ATL. So when we're like protest, protest, I think even Sylvia's under the impression, okay, we're gonna get something going, you know? And she gets it going, works hard, get everything going, does a meeting. People say they're gonna show up. She gets posters, water bottles. Shout out to the person who made them, and nobody comes.
Yeah. Shout
It's
out to that was Tyler. Tyler did it. But
shout
listen,
out to
here's the
Tyler.
thing. Here's the thing. Somebody in the comment put it out as if I'm the one who suggested it. Please tell them it was you that suggested that protest. It was not even me.
It was me.
I
I said, let's protest. I said, I'm so tired of seeing the corruption. I said that at the end of the day, there's people that's behind bars right now who we didn't get to see their trial live and they need to reopen cases. I said, ATL, stand up. Let's protest. The world, if you can, get out there. Let's protest. Everybody said, oh, we're going to protest. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Sylvia said, she would like entertain it, like, if y'all want to do that, we can have a meeting about it. But I suggested it. Correct. I did.
The craziest thing is,
thank you.
I'm happy that she said it because I've been saying this from the beginning. Um, every time I speak, I'm always saying like we need to protest. We need to let it be known. And I'm not even from Atlanta like that. I'm just saying it a lot. But I think what we can do, Miss Sylvia, because I think a lot of people, I know speaking of myself, okay, I don't know about the other people. I was one of those ones at 5 o'clock that just start throwing it up, okay. So I did my part. My brother, everyone here that rocks with us, they did their part, and I kept looking at those numbers, okay, and it was really disappointing because it's like there's so many people in the chat, all right. And if y'all couldn't make it, y'all mean to tell me y'all couldn't flood the airwaves? Y'all can't tell me that y'all don't know about technology and communication because y'all sitting on YouTube. Okay. That was very, what I'm saying, displeasing to myself. But I know you were saying the other person orchestrated one. I think what we can do on the infamous Miss Sylvia side is plan a date, whether it's from not now or I possibly say give a month, for individuals, like myself, because I ain't got a problem going to BWI. It's only gonna take me about 45 minutes for that plane to get there. Okay. So I think if we plan something and set a date for it, um, and have travel arrangements. I mean, people grown, but at least that'll say, well, we're going to plan it for next month, you know, the first of the month or the 15th or whatever. That at least gives you an idea so you won't be wasting your time, because you didn't waste your time with telling people to post, but they clearly didn't show that loyalty.
Look at what RD says.
Yeah.
RD says people talk a good game but won't do anything, and she is absolutely right. Because RD even donated for people to have lunch. She donated money for 10 people for lunch. So I mean,
And that's another
Oh, yeah.
thing, Miss Sylvia. We can also help in different ways. Like if you can't make it to Atlanta, we can cash app you. We can whatever we can do to help.
Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna say next, like what
Hey, well,
AJ
hey,
said.
RV, I'm on board. Hey, Sylvia, I just Zelled you I just put a Zell in there for you. I don't have
okay,
my
thank you.
picture up right now because I'm not properly dressed.
Thank you,
Hey, but
Eddie. I appreciate you.
did you get the Zell?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Oh yeah. All right.
Hey, can I say something right fast to fill
Oh,
in with the
okay, Eddie. Go ahead, Eddie.
this
I mean,
ain't
not
Eddie.
Eddie. Go ahead. Go ahead, AJ. I'm sorry.
This Nick, Miss Sylvia. Hey, look.
Oh, Nick. I'm sorry. Y'all
So look,
voices start coming.
this the thing, y'all, for the Atlanta people. You don't necessarily got to go downtown in front of the courthouse if you want to protest. So what you can do, it can be at least 15 to 20 people. We can go to a public park, call the news crew out there, and we can make it seem like that our tax dollars are being taken from us. We're inflation right now. It's an inflation right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's nowhere for the kids to go, and we can protest on that, and they'll understand what's going on. Even if you don't want to put up a sign saying "Hey, free thug" or a T-shirt saying "Free thug," no, go down there and put "Free all tax dollars." That's all you got to do. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? Like if the news crew they ready for anybody's story, they gonna pull up. You know what I mean? So it's like all you got to do is go down there and say we need releases of our tax dollar. The state has taken too much money because of the inflation. I
Right.
know
And
y'all
then
tired.
hey, brother, I'm gonna tell you what the whole play. Hey, I'm gonna tell you the playbook. Okay, the playbook is that okay, that DA Fannie, what she's doing, right, is that she want to get a conviction at all costs, so they can. Because if you could, so if they convict Doug, you know what happens? Doug has to pay for everything they did to him. So she want to freeze this asset and take all the man money. That's what it's all about. Okay, the lady just paid Nathan Wade damn near $700,000. She said it. Paid
You
the
can't
man
cuss.
of
You
your
can't cuss. You
taxpayer
can't cuss.
money.
Don't cuss. Don't cuss.
Hey, man, I'm just telling you. Hey, look.
No cussing
Hey,
on here, Eddie. That's this because you know I already got demonetized.
uh,
Please, no cussing.
yeah, you're right. All right, but I'm just saying what she did is that they trying to retract, and then she gonna say, "Oh well, I got all the money back," right? Because at the end of the day, everything that's on the case with her, she finna lose all that. She's not finna get all that notary. But I mean, I did some little searches. 400 and I think Fulton County got like the biggest black population in Georgia. Damn, it's almost a 500,000. So, and most black folk, what they do, they want to vote for black folks because they black. No, this lady is bogus. Yeah, I land.
Believe it or not, though, Mr. Eddie, it was actually a lot of more seniors who voted for Fannie because of the situation what was going on in Atlanta. See, I'm here every day. I was born and raised here. And the thing is, in Fulton County, we had a lot of young gang activity going on. Murders, carjacking, robberies, home invasions, things of that nature. So she came in and said what she was going to do. And at the time, a lot of people didn't like who Paul Howard was due to the situation when he slapped that lady in the courtroom. See, it's a lot what a lot of people don't know what's been going on in Atlanta. You know what I mean? So it's like
Not to
it's just
cut
you
you off,
gotta be
Nick, and
here to understand.
that's why Atlanta needs to stand up because the corruption is not going to stop. At the end of the day, I'm from New York. People from different states, everybody coming together will make a difference. But Atlanta really needs to stand up because the corruption that's going on, I'm sure it's going on everywhere. But what we're seeing unfold, it's crazy. You're from Atlanta, so I'm sure the what is it? The crime still didn't stop. I'm sure all the stuff that they're saying that they're doing to stop the crime and having these guys on this is all bull crap. I really think that Atlanta needs to stand up. And you
Now the
being from
crazy,
Atlanta, you can be a good voice to get them to stand up.
but our voices can't be heard because the first thing they're gonna do is try to put a charge on them. And
So what?
the thing is about Fanny, she's saying how clean Cleveland Avenue is. A girl just was killed. A girl just got shot on the porch. What, a week ago? 10 times
Yeah.
on a ring camera. So like at the end of the day, the week before that, 2 guys got shot in the car on Cleveland Avenue. So it's like she's filling us with lies. It's all about politics. It's the politic thing. And you know money is involved in politics. So if we don't root for her, it's gonna get worse. And that's the way they try to make it seem. But we
Now,
know that there's
hold on, Nick. I'm sorry, but this person's back again. Read what they
okay, I'm
just
going
put.
back down in the comment family.
Hold
Oh,
on, Kim.
but,
I mean, just look, AJ. I mean, Nick, look.
I
It
was
says, I will be calling the courthouse tomorrow. Let them know what this channel is doing to this case. You see this? You see
Oh,
this,
let me
y'all?
get them. Let me get them. Let me get them.
How
Lord
about you
forgive
let them know
me.
what the judge is doing to this case? Because we
Now,
ain't doing
now,
nothing.
now, now, see, this the thing. That's somebody from the state. So look here, Big Booty
yeah, that's somebody
Brown,
from the state. Yeah,
Adrienne. Look here, you got a boy name.
me
See, we tried
love.
to keep cool. Y'all find y'all something to do, Double R, because we all positive over here. And this world is a freedom of speech. So we can say anything we want to say. We got the right to remain silent, or we got the right to say anything we want to. We the reason why they in there living that lavish life. So at the end of the day, you go down there in that courtroom, you tell them folk whatever you want to tell them, because we gonna stand together over here and we don't care what you say.
so
Hey,
Amen.
it's really funny that that the person said that they mad from yesterday when
Mm-hmm.
when Mr. Copeland said that hey he made up what Quay and Mark
No,
so it's like
little Mike.
yeah, yeah, right, right. So there is no that's a fictionary character. So that shows that right there, Atlanta is what it is. It's where you could go and make movies and all that.
so
So
Sylvia,
how they sit there and believe fairy tale things that is not real. Hey, look, that guy Sharp, well, still did an amazing job, but I really think that Sharp brought it in because real people can understand that that man from day 2015 all the way up to now, he's still saying he made it up, and it's proof in the pudding. That's it. Case closed. Hey,
so
look, case closed according to me. I mean, I don't care. Yeah.
so Sylvia,
Look what RR said. Dude, you wasn't up here yesterday. She was putting out information about the jury.
Sylvia.
We're up
I was
here
look,
every
hold
day
on.
with her, and she does not put out information
AJ
about the
was trying to say
jury.
something.
Sylvia's not stupid. She's not gonna get online and do that. So
I'm not.
don't.
I
Come
had they
on.
on. So tell me what information do you know about the jury other than what was said in the courtroom?
Got
And
it.
I'm sorry, real quick. Sylvia makes it clear all the time when people ask her, like people who's not her everyday people, hey, Sylvia, what's going on? I can't tell ya that. I can't tell ya that. I can't tell ya that. So don't come on here lying on her.
So look, in reference to the protest, and I'm speaking to Nick and Sylvia. The protesting is good. It's a people out there yelling, but I want there has to be an organized attack, and I feel our energy would be better served going to these meetings that they have and using our people power that way, and versus going on the streets. Let's step into the means where we can get to the mic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Sylvia, you know when these town hall meetings in the city going on down at the courthouse where it is open,
Yeah.
that's what we do. That's how we get our voice on the record.
I agree, AJ. I think that we should maybe get together though, Sylvia, if you're still down. I know you probably don't want to do it anymore after being stood up, but I can't make it from New York. I have a 1-year-old. I'm just a little occupied, but I can donate. My son is a good drawer. I don't know. I could try to get some stuff to you, but maybe we can make a meeting about that, membership only, so people won't be nosy. I don't know, but do something because
Look,
this is
Okay,
crazy.
y'all think it's a game? Watch what I do since she want to report on things on this case. I'm going to tell everything you came back to YouTube.
Man, they can't even form a proper sentence. Why are we
Right? I'm like, right.
why are we giving them a sentence? Come on, y'all.
Here's the most craziest thing.
Y'all
Just like
know,
this
man.
case, whoever RR is,
And
okay,
everybody get these trolls attention. We can't do that. That's exactly what they want.
yeah, that's what they want. That's what they want.
They want
That's
their
that,
client. They want us talking about them.
yeah,
F them.
yeah. Until they show some proof, some real
it's
live
not. It's not
proof.
love. It's not love, y'all. It's not none of the state. It's some idiot that's been trolling me for the longest. I gotta figure. I think I know who it is. It's
That,
my trolls. It's my trolls. They've been around me since for about 4 years now.
oh,
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Because when I see their language and they can't spell, I know who it is.
If Double R don't want to come in the box, then stop reading the messages, man.
I mean, don't we got AI for this right now? They should have had said what they wanted to say in AI.
But they know they still as ignorant as they were 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Same ignorant person, same ones, y'all. Same clown, same individuals,
Misspelling the same words, huh?
same stuff, same stuff. Yeah, they reported me several times before in the past. You know, I told you I've been arrested a couple of times. I've been there, done that. I have a book to write about it.
It's okay to block people, Sylvia.
Yeah, block mods, whichever one have the feeling for today to block that. Block that person. They're gonna come back with another name. Watch.
That's fine. Make them go. Make another one up. They're cool.
Go ahead, block them. Take care of them, mods.
I'm about to right now.
Ugly.
Flex your muscle.
I've been on to block somebody.
Yeah, they doing too much.
Yeah. But now, I feel like, that's the energy best served if we go into these meetings where they talking about the budgets or they talking about, and we voice it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta hold elected officials accountable. That's one of the reasons. I mean, I really haven't started my channel like that. I've been a little bit busy, but that's what my whole soul thing is, holding them accountable, because we don't even really know who they is. We stating all of the things that's going on right now, but a lot of us really don't know who these politicians is, and
Right.
that's why we're not making any noise. Okay, from my state to whoever state. Okay, because at the end of the day, they're gonna do something backhanded to get in office anyway. But we need to hold them to the fire. You can never get in contact with them. They ain't emailing you back. Their offices, you can't never go to their office because they already know if my office is on 112 Main Street, then half of Atlanta or half of the people in whatever state gonna be right there. So those offices are just like virtual offices, okay, for these politicians. But the big thing is, and what people fail to realize, you can even look it up in ChatGPT or whatever it is, because there's so much stuff that's going on right now. Just type in your zip code and see who your elected officials are. And then what you do is you wait to whatever your convenient time is, and then you go down Capitol Hill, because that's where the ones that's elected, that's where they're really at. Okay, everyone needs to really watch C-SPAN. I know a lot of people on here don't watch C-SPAN. I watch C-SPAN, okay, on a regular. They pass some frivolous laws, dumb stuff about the color of crayons that should not be used, okay?
Right.
So that's where we need to go at, is to Capitol Hill. But we ain't, because we think that Trump's gonna get them people to come back over there.
Hey Pete, what direction you think redirect gonna go in, bro?
Man, I think they gonna go hard on Woody. They're gonna try to and fumble because they don't know what to do.
I
They
think meaning they're gonna try to get him to say something that's gonna get him locked up.
Yeah, exactly. And I hope and Woody is listening to this right now. I hope he is learning. And I'ma say it. I know Miss Sylvia ain't said it. If somebody in this chat know Woody or whatever, tell Woody to keep it cool. Okay, I know he's frustrated. All right, but that's what they want.
I mean,
Like,
I just do what he been doing. They told him to say don't recall, say I don't recall. The worst that can happen is they pull back up some tape.
but he don't. But see, here's the thing. He does not like Hilton. You know, Love ain't gonna get with him.
He
But he don't like Hilton.
He don't like two things. He don't like when people tell him he got beat up
Or talk about his kids.
or talk about his kids.
Yeah. And that's what they gonna zoom in on. That's what they gonna zoom in on. Anybody would. I don't care. Any one of us on this chat, when you say something about our parents or whatever, yeah, we gonna crack. But Woody, if you listening, whoever's looking, tell Woody he just need to have some self-control. Okay? That's it. I don't know. Take a volume or something. Yeah. Because they gonna go hard on Woody like Rice. And as long as he do the I don't recall, as long as he say, well, that's what's on the video. That's what's on the video. That's what's on the video. If he be nonchalant, like he got him to laugh yesterday, okay, Woody gonna be fine. It's gonna sail. So Woody, I hope you listen.
Somebody asked, do we think once they were Woody done, they're gonna bring him back? I think he done. They ain't gonna...
You going in and out. Something's going on with your phone.
Oh, my bad.
AJ, you know they petty though.
Yeah. They need to bring Gaither back. She need to answer.
Yes, AJ. They need to bring herself back up.
Y'all, can y'all please stop butting in one person at a time? It's hard for the people to hear y'all. Mute everybody. Let one person talk at a time. Now I got to be a moderator in here. Go ahead, AJ. Then the next person will be Butter. Then the next person will be Pastor. Go ahead in that order.
Butter was responding to me when I said bring Gaither back. Go ahead, Butter.
No, I was just saying, yeah, you're right. They need to bring Gaither butt back up here.
Go ahead, Pastor.
I think that here's what I think. Bringing Gaither and them back up here is not going to be justice. But AJ, to answer your question, are they going to call Woody back? They're going to keep Woody because Woody has been messing with them. So even after they're finished, and we have seen this repeatedly from all of their witnesses, oh, are we done with Mr. Such and Such? They're going to say no. We want to have the right to call him back. They want Woody to crack. Okay. And the judge can't say nothing. The judge only gonna say, well, they want to call you back. They want to call you back. I'm letting you know I could not be Woody right now because I'm gonna tell you what I do. Everything is out right now. I would have took the L. I would have said, okay, I plead the fifth. I'm going to sit out. That's what I'm telling you. I would have did it because they're gonna keep Woody.
Okay, is that Eddie with his door opening in and out? You got to mute Eddie. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead, Pastor. Will you finish?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Hey, Sylvia.
Hey.
Before I jump down, I was just gonna say it's crazy how in the beginning before Woody testified, they told him, quote, I guess, I'm not sure if that's even true, they're gonna hammer you. And I guess now we're about to see him get hammered by the state. Like, he already been getting hammered, but you know what I mean? Like It's about the redirect is gonna be really nasty. So that was all. But have a good day, everyone. I'm getting off.
All right, see you, brother.
See ya.
Guys, can we get the likes up? We got over 1,400 people in here. We had 1,600 at one point. Could you get the likes up, please?
When do we be back in court?
Tuesday at 8:45.
Gave him some time off. Oh no, that's what I wanted to ask you, Miss Sylvia. I was on your on Venmo. I can't find you on Venmo. I tried to type it in.
It's Parks. It's Parks. Sylvia Parks. Hey, Ivan, I didn't even know you were still here. Hey, Ivan. Ivan, go ahead and say something. I apologize. And Marley, you didn't get a chance to say anything. Go ahead, Ivan, and then Marley.
I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Oh yeah. So I was just saying, what I was just thinking earlier. I think that the state, I think they know they lost, but they just gotta continue the case. I feel like if they give up now, or if they, provide a plea deal now, it would just show that they admit that they lost or that they messed up. So, honestly, I think they're just trying to drag it on. But that's just what I was thinking.
Thank you, Ivan. Marley, go ahead. Marley, can you hear me?
Oh, my bad. I had it muted because y'all was talking forever and I just got to work. So.
Oh, so you're not gonna be able to say anything, Marley?
Oh no, I'm coming. I just
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
know
say,
you are. I know you are.
I just wanted to say thank you yesterday for letting me cuss. I was so excited with them smut face with them smuts. They did such a terrible job. I can't even believe they even did Woody like that. And I also want to point out too that everybody talking about the case now, like, oh, the case they did so good, blah blah blah. Man, y'all wasn't even trusting the process yesterday. Like, y'all ain't even like what Sharp was cooking up.
But you know what? You're right. You got me on that one because I was one of them that was like, oh, come on now, Shard. Come on now. Yeah. And then at the end, I'm like, okay, he did that thing. He did that.
Yeah, y'all wasn't believing in my boy. He was cooking. He made sides and appetizers and everything else in between. Everything in between. Y'all over here doubting my man. He landed that plane so smooth. Y'all felt a little turbulence, but that was perfect. He did such a good job. Oh, and two, before I act like I'm working, that whole Black Queens situation, queens don't act like that, nor do they don't never in life carry themselves in the manner that those two sitting behind that table carry themselves. It's almost fitting of the stereotype of what people think Black women are and how they act. It's a bad look. I don't want to be associated nothing with them two type of people behind that table.
You talking about the angry Black woman syndrome? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, that like this. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Them two should be ashamed of themselves. I hope they toss and turn and look at themselves in the mirror. And I hope the mirror crack. I hope the mirror break. I hope they face break. Like, I hope they end up with wrinkles. Like, that's disappointing. They should be ashamed of themselves. But that's all I wanted to say. I gotta go to work now.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. All right. Kiki.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, Auntie. Hey, chat. But I was gonna ask you. You said you was not gonna go live no more. Is that for real?
No. Here's what I said. I said I was not going to stream from the court right now until I get myself together, because I was demonetized for reuse content, and a lot of it had to do with me not having originality on my court stuff, because I'm not like everybody else. I cannot get on there and talk while the court scene is being played. So the only thing I can do is do like Law and Crime, is just play it because I'm inside the courtroom. So I have to find a way to make myself unique. And then I have to go back in the cases that I already did. I have to try to do something and try to fix those things. But going forward, I have to do something different. That's why I have to show my face more. And when I do these kind of live, it has to do with me not just being original, I guess. I don't know. But that's what it is. I said I was not going to go live until I get it together. And I'm trying to learn how to do the OBS so I can have something that shows me different from the other channel,
Okay. I was scared for a little moment. But,
Yeah, because I'm still going to be in the courtroom, because you guys have been a blessing for me. I'm still there, because that's where I know that's where my calling is. And even though things are just so I'm getting so much attack that I know this is where I'm supposed to be, because the enemy is going to be pissed, because it's like, okay, we need to get her out of here. Why do you want me out of here? Why? I'm doing everything else everybody else is doing. So why is it a difference for me?
yeah. They be hating on you, Auntie, for real.
Yeah.
I think that they want you. This is a two-part thing. This goes back to I forgot what the young lady name was again. But for the two black women, the Queens thing, I am going to give Hilton, okay, a pass. And the reason why I'm going to give Hilton a pass is because Love is first chair. Love is acting like she's an evil, bittered black woman, like she's on an ego trip, okay? We have to remember that Love is the first chair and Hilton is like the co-pilot, all right? So I give Hilton a pass. Hilton really doesn't give me that persona of, oh, I want to be this snobbish, okay? I want to be this nasty, okay? Love gives you that, okay? So if anybody I would want to see take a licking, not a bad licking, not anything disruptive or violent. I guess something to calm Love down and say, you don't got to go this hard for popularity or to try to get to the next level, because God is going to bless you, okay, with your rewards and what you want to, do. To the thing that I think why they want you out of the courtroom is because, Ms. Silver, you are the only one in the courtroom, and you have an open network, all right? And you have made the calling for everybody, not just us, okay? You have made the calling for the other people that say, okay, well, hey, if you think Doug should go to jail or you think they should go to jail, come on up, tell us why. But they don't show that face. They do a lot of this stuff that RR is doing. So it's like good cop, bad cop. And it's not that we are cops, okay? But we're just looking at it from what your channel is directed to, the justice system that is not fair. And that's why you are the target, because your network, I'm going to call it in the name of Jesus, because this is way bigger than YouTube, all right? Your network is with unbiased people, okay, that's speaking on the justice system that has been here way before us. And God going to keep covering you, Miss Sylvia. The more that they attack, God is going to continue to keep going around and around and say, okay, my child is not doing anything. She is just letting people have a voice. She is letting people see things for what there is, and she's letting people comment. But this is a calling, because this might help her, not just help her financially. If y'all on the other side, y'all looking, whether RR winning out another person, come on up to the chat like we do. We regulars, we faithful, okay? But come on up, because I look at it, I'll never see no one on the other side, okay? And that's the biggest problem. Now, if you was like that, we got to remember law and crime, they used to do just what you did, Miss Sylvia, before they got sold out. And that one guy, Jesse Weber, or whatever his name is, okay? He always used to talk about, oh, well, I think that they did this, and I think that they did that, and blah, 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 this and that, this and that, this and that. But, oh, when it comes down to, Pastor, you're losing me. You have to understand what's going on.
You know, Monica and the rest be coming at you now. They know you already.
Yeah, right. But I'm gonna go ahead and back out, okay? But yeah, Marcel, just keep doing what you're doing. You know you got your old faithfuls, okay?
Yes, I do have my faithful, and you're one of them.
Amen. Talk to you later.
All right, bye, Pastor.
Bye-bye.
Ivan, did you want to say something? Oh, Ivan's gone. Eddie, are you there? Anybody else that wants to come up, you guys are welcome to come up if you want to have anything to say on some of the stuff I was talking about. Okay, she said, Infamous Sylvia, where are the 50 bodies and all the other things that said YSL did? I only heard talk about one or two. Yeah. Hey, CT Benny. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Dee Dee. Other crew. Guys. Go ahead. Let's see. CT Benny.
Hi, Miss Sylvia.
Hello,
can you hear me?
Yeah. Dee Dee, I'm going to mute you. Danielle, go ahead, mute yourself.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh man, this was the cross, the defense, the cross. This was epic. Me and my brother was talking this morning, and we was comparing this defense team with Johnny Cochran, the OJ's defense team. Man, I'm telling you, it's levels to this thing, man. Still is worth his weight in gold. It was ingenious the way they did it. You know, they all worked as a team. But I'm just curious to see, like, what possibly can a state and recross, like, what possibly could they say? Like, their whole defense was, their whole thing was just debunked yesterday, the last couple of days. But I'm looking forward to seeing them now. I was looking forward for the defense to do the cross. Now I'm look forward to the recross. I hope they don't make themselves look any more, for lack of a better word, dumber than they already look. Going forward. That's all I had to say. Thanks for sharing your platform and everything that you do. You are appreciated, Sylvia. And have a great long weekend out.
Thank you, CT Benny. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
all
bye.
right, let's see. Danielle and then Dee Dee. Amber.
Hi, T.
Hey, Danielle.
So I haven't been up here, but because I've been at work, but I've been in the chat. So I'm not gonna lie, I was really angry at Shard yesterday. I was really, 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 really angry with him until the end. And I was reading it, and I understand like everybody has their own attorney, but for the most part, I feel like Steele is everybody's attorney. He did it for everybody. I also felt like with Woody, I felt like at the same time, even though he was the state witness, he was the defense witness. And I also feel like that the defense kind of really, really tapped in hard on how he was just being used. And I know if it was evident to us, like the jury is right there. He was being used. Even I think Shard said, they just wanted you here to just get the videos in. I think Woody really didn't realize how much he was being used until yesterday. And so I think I think Matthews at first, even Matthews, I'm like, what is he just gonna talk about the picture? But I get it. I get it. I thought they brought it all together. I was pissed off at Short. I usually don't cuss in the chat. I cussed so bad yesterday, Miss Sylvia. Lord, please forgive me. I was cussing so bad at Short because I wanted him to stop, because it was like, at first he had Woody and it was like, are you really trying to make him angry? Do you want him to pop off? And it almost like he just flat out told the jury, like, you got the wrong, the killer is basically on the stand. That's what I got out of it. So thank you, Miss Sylvia. I'm at work. I snuck outside. I just had, because I'm listening. I'm in the chat. I just had to say something. Thank you for all you do. And we rebuke the devil about you being demonetized. It just won't work. Because I also feel like even with like the chat, especially yours, the chat and all of that, like, and also one more thing. I said yesterday in the chat, at the end of the day, I feel like if the state go back after Woody, I really feel like Steele will represent him. I really do. Because they brought it out like, do you know you own papers? Do you know what this really say type deal? So I think yesterday Woody really realized, like, this really is all because of me. So, but I really do think that I think the defense attorneys really kind of like have a spot for him at the end of the day, because they're pointing out things to him that concerning him that he really, really don't even know. And when Short asked him a question, and we know Shannon told Short, but when Short asked him a question and Woody was like, how you know? And you have to create reasonable doubt. The doubt is there. So it really doesn't matter who the state brings to the stand. It's doubt everywhere through the case. So that's all I have to say. You guys be blessed. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Miss. Well,
Hold,
yeah.
hold
All
on,
right.
Eddie, because we got to go in the order. Dee Dee's next, then Amber, then Marley, then Real, and then Mr. 444. And then you go, and then.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Dee
Oh,
Dee.
sorry. Hey, I just wanted to bring up 2 quick points. The first one, I think it was Pastor that was talking, saying that he gives Hilton a pass. Not saying that one situation is like the other, but if you look at what happened with the Alec Baldwin trial, those prosecutors were over there, and when that one prosecutor realized that a mistake was made, she told the other prosecutor, yo, you need to handle this because this ain't right. And when the head prosecutor refused to do it, she bounced. She was like, I'm not taking part of it. So I'm not giving Hilton a pass, because at the end of the day, she knows it's wrong, and she could stand up and she could say, look, this ain't right, and she can bounce. But instead, she's still participating in this foolishness. And I've heard it 2 ways. I've heard she's the president. Some say she's the chairperson, whatever, of the, what is it, the National Black Prosecutors Association. So she should be held, and she's teaching classes. So she should be held to a higher standard anyway. So if anything, she has more of a responsibility than Love. And so, no, in my opinion, she does not get a pass, because she knows it's wrong, and she does not have to just go along with it. The other point that I wanted to make was, I'm really interested about Tuesday, because what a lot of people maybe don't know or don't understand is, when you're going through witnesses like this, you have the direct, which is where all this information comes out. When the cross comes, the cross can only really deal with what was said on direct. So now when it goes back to the state, they can only deal with what was said by the defense. And what was so cool about how the defense handled it is they brought things out, but they went back and sewed it all up. So I don't even know where the state can even come in and say anything, because it's like the defense packaged everything so neatly. They can't bring new information. They can only deal with what was done in the cross. And so it's going to be very interesting. The judge is definitely, in my opinion, going to have to help them out, because I just don't see where they left many holes, because everything they brought out, they dealt with. They had proof. They had the receipts. So Tuesday, I'm actually taking Tuesday off, because that's how exciting I am about. I just don't see where the state's going to be able to get anything in, or what they can really contest, unless they get help from the judge.
Thank you,
So
Dee Dee. Thank you, Dee Dee. We have, who's next? I think Mr. 444, then, no, is it Real Thing and then Mr. 444? Real Thing.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, Miss Sylvia, I've been thinking about your situation and I just have a suggestion, just throwing some things out there. I don't know if it even work, but I hope maybe it will, help you in some way. So right now, I know you're saying in the courtroom when you're live streaming, of course, we know you can't talk, but you do talk to us in the chat, right? Right
Mhm,
now.
mhm,
And I heard you say you have two cameras, right? One towards the witness stand and another camera towards the defendants, right?
mhm.
Could you possibly have you in one of your camera views, like point the camera towards you so we can see your facial expressions, so we can see you in the courtroom? Would that be
Mhm.
allowed?
Yes, you can, but you know what? Those cameras don't last too long because it's battery driven, and they
Hmm.
turn off in a hot second. I'm telling you, I gotta keep changing 10 batteries each time, so it's not like a continuous camera that's plugged in like the big pool camera. Those
Hmm.
cameras, I constantly have to change my camera, so I don't know how that's gonna work.
Are you allowed to have an assistant with you in
I
the
can
courtroom?
I can put in a Rule 22 for an assistant and see how that worked, and I can do that.
Yeah, it seems like if that's the case with the batteries, have someone else. I think you would just benefit from having an assistant anyway. You're doing a lot every day, so
Too much, too
to
much.
help you carry your equipment. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said too much. I'd be doing too much.
Yes, too much. So it would benefit to have an assistant anyway, and they could be there to help with your equipment, changing the batteries out. And even I don't know where you sit at in the courtroom, but that's wow. We would like to see that, I think. And you can continue to communicate with us or chat or even put your comments in a ticker at the bottom
That
in the
sounds
live stream.
that sounds good. But how do you do that? That's the problem. I
No,
don't.
I know you're learning OBS, but you're going to learn it. It's going to come together. But
Yeah.
just that makes it even more original. How more original can it be? When you can do a split screen of the witness stand and we can see you, we can see your expressions and you're still communicating with us and your comments can be at the bottom of the screen as a ticker. And
Okay.
in the chat as well if you want, but it's even better to see it on the screen. I don't think YouTube can really dispute how much more original can that be.
That's true. That is so true. You're right. Gotta work it.
So just some ideas. I think it's possible. I know you would have to learn it,
Mhm.
how to do it, but I think it's something like that can be possible, and we would like to see your face, see your expressions in the courtroom.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Real Thing. I want to bring out Tall Glass says the cameraman split. No, that wasn't the cameraman split view. What happened is he focused on the Zoom monitor. That wasn't the camera. Cameraman just put it on the Zoom monitor. That one came straight directly from the court. They started doing that recently. All right, Mr. 444. Unmute yourself. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Mr. 444, you're muted. Oh, Lord. He is still talking and he's muted, y'all. He's muted. He don't even know he's muted. 444, you're
You hear me
muted.
now?
Now we hear you.
What Shaw did yesterday is actually prove that Woody basically did what he said he did, was spin those police. And what Shaw highlighted everything, how he lied and prove he was lying. And one thing about Woody, he don't like to be questions about what he said, but when you go back to, but you was lying, he get comfortable with that. Every time you face him with the fact that he was lying, he gets comfortable. But when you say he did something or could remember something, that's when you start losing him. So every time Shard was saying, but you was lying though, he got more comfortable with saying he's comfortable with saying he was lying. And that's why when you hear, yes, I understand and stuff like that. So what Shard did a masterful job, and what Steele did was so masterful is set up. Steele worked on the police, the state, and everything. So they had a pitch to work well together because Steele is setting up to cross-examine these cops. And he's going to use what Woody said about verification. He's going to ask all those cops, did you verify what Woody told you? Woody already said they didn't, but he's going to set up all these questions for the officers from when they come on his stand. That was Steele doing. Shard attacked Woody, but actually helped him, because me and you talked about this, Sylvia, that this is what they was going to do to get all this evidence out, because Woody has immunity, so all this is gone. They can't use none of this in another case to prosecute Woody. But I ask your chat this: if someone lie on you, right, you mad at them. But if they came back and said, hey, I was lying, she didn't do this, would you forgive them?
Most people will.
Lie now, not snitch, lie. There's two things, snitching and lying. Now, and if somebody lied on Sylvia and came back and say, hey, you know what, I was wrong, I eat that. Woody, if that's where he's at, he's in that space. He's not in the, he don't feel like he snitched. He feel like he lied. So we getting lying and snitching mixed up. So that's what's been Woody had. I lied, and I spent y'all, and I did what, because he did a great masterful job, because he's not part of that prosecution. He's not on an indictment. He said it. There was a God. So his story did keep him out of trouble, because he spent them. He's not a part of this case. He's not arrested for murder. Everything that Shard put out there, the points he did it, but everything he told the prosecutor, he spent them. And now they very, very, very upset. And that's the way I feel what happened. He really, really, really spent those police. And that's what Shard highlighted. He spent them. He got away from a murder case. He got away from so much, and y'all believed him and let him lie to get out of trouble. Not snitch, lie. So Woody, in his mind, he gave himself to God and everything like that. And I believe, yes, he voluntarily told, and whatever he did, he lied, because Shard proved it. The Quay didn't exist. None of these was a figment of his imagination. So it got him out of trouble. He's free. He's a free man. He's not indicted. He's not charged with murder. He's a free man. So when
I think his conscience is freed now, since he finally told the truth of what happened. You know,
he got those lies out. He lied. If he would have snitched, snitching means you telling the truth. Lying means he lied, and Shard brung all those out on that defense, and he did a masterful job. That's what I was telling you, Sylvia. Sometimes we can't get caught up in how the jurors feel. That record is important. You have to get the record straight. So sometimes the jurors' face messed up, but that record, when them people read that appeal, those jurors' faces is not going to be looking at them people when they read that appeal. It's going to be them people reading that appeal, and last but not least, how many people, I guarantee you, when Shard sat down, his client didn't say, why you ain't asked him this? If anybody ever been on trial and been in court, how many times you say, oh, but why you ain't asking him this? What we talked about. No, he didn't have that argument with Shard. Shard asked him every question And I believe when he said you broke the bumper, right? I believe Shannon asked him to ask him that and say, how you know? Because Shannon is talking to him, and you talk to your lawyer and say, ask him this, ask him this. And when you don't, you get upset from your client. But I believe Shaw left it all out there, and he did a masterful job. Thank you for having me, Sylvia.
Thank you, Mr. for that message. This is what I wanted to say too. B 89 slab. He says, but his lies cost other people their freedom, and now they have to fight. And that wasn't fair for the guys that's on trial now. You know what? I agree with you because I'm going through something the same way. Somebody lied on me, and I still have to fight the fight. You know what I mean? So I can concur. I can relate. When did the judge say the quote phrase in the title of this live? That was done when the camera was turned off and when the juror had the issue, situation with her job thing, and they were talking about it. That is when. All right, there go Mr. Back. Come on up here, sir. Come on up here. My favorite blogger, one of my favorite bloggers. I want him to come on up here because I love to hear him give his point of view on this. Come on, Mr. The Baddest Blogger. Do you think it's fair for Jeff and other guys to fight for their freedom because of a lie? It's definitely not fair, but it happened, and there is a purpose for everything. I believe that God allows certain things to happen. Sometimes it's for exposure, sometimes it's for somebody else. And we don't know why God allowed it, but he did allow it. And at least you guys are seeing facts, what's really happening, something with the justice system. Sometimes we got to go through this. You got to be used as that example for truth to be out, Tell Woody to buy that lady Apple Mac, Miss Sylvia. Huh? Tell Woody to buy that lady an Apple Mac, Miss Sylvia. What lady? Hey, Kendall.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me up.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to say that basically, I put it in the comments, but I don't know if you saw it or not. Woody even admitted that he lied and told the truth. So everything that he said wasn't lies. And the truth hurt the defendants just as much as the lies that he told. At the end of the day, 28 people wound up having to fight for their freedom. This is time that they will never get back. All this money that's spent, I'm pretty sure that maybe Young Thug's record label is paying that for him. He'll have to earn that money back. You know what I mean? And he already has children to take care of. Woody kept saying he wanted to be at home with his children, but these people have children as well. Thug has a child whose parent was killed at a bowling alley, I believe. So now that child is missing both parents. So it's like, what makes you more important or your family more important than these other people? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying.
It kind of disappointed me, and for them to be held accountable. But to me, it seems that the one who did the most dirt out of everyone is the one who walks away with immunity.
It's definitely an unfair process, but it's something that we have to. I still believe there's a purpose behind all of this. It's hurtful, but there is a purpose, and we just have to look at that way because it's done already.
Right.
Now it's done. We move forward and find a solution to fix the problem that originally occurred. How can a person can make up a lie and bring all these people's lives into some sort of, and my thing is the system has to be fixed. How do we fix it? That somebody could just come into a courtroom, come into a police station, tell a lie, and it's believable, and then you have to fight your way out of it.
Right. I just feel like they should have leveled the playing field and held everyone accountable. I don't like how they gave a free pass, to one person. I feel like If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Hold all of them equally accountable.
Yeah. Jamel just said Woody is not the sole reason for this case. Yeah, there was other people that was talking as well.
That's right. Yeah.
Was in the case that was talking as well. So it's like, I don't know. It's really a hard situation. I just hope there is a solution behind all of this, and maybe we can figure out what the solution can be. Because it's crazy.
That's right. Well, I appreciate you having me up. I don't want to hold up the other slots, but I'm enjoying everything, and I'll go back down in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Kendall. Hey,
All
Gucci.
right.
Good morning, sis.
Good morning, my dear brother. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. Ooh, rested, but I'm good. Hey, I just said, let me take 30 seconds. I've been watching this old case. Is 2 points in this case. This whole case is about everybody would have get sometimes everybody point to Young Tug. Because in the states and the feds, the first person open their mouth is the first person get the deal. Why you think everybody else is free and he's behind bar? Because everybody point their fingers. And the second point, Georgia want to be the first state in America to win a RICO charge. No state have ever done a RICO. Usually it's the feds.
But you
So
know,
Georgia,
it's not the first RICO case. The first RICO case was the Atlanta school system.
right? No. I know, but I'm just saying Georgia want to be the first one to make a real landmark case to target young blacks. The feds, you know, that's the thing the feds got now, where they use RICO to get everybody. First they used to use conspiracy. The conspiracy stuff don't work no more, so now they go for RICO. Now the state's trying to do it, and if Georgia do it, black men are in trouble in the states. And from watching this thing on your stuff, this whole case is so garbage, for real. I mean, I've never seen a bunch of dudes talk on phone this much in my life. I'm like, gosh, people, you say you got 2 phones. Why is you talking on phone this much? And then you're in the jail and you're still talking. I'm like, but yesterday, I think his lawyer is doing a good job to me. He had Woody real comfy, where he just have Woody just damn near spilling his guts to him. I just like what his lawyer doing. So, you know, I think the judge right. They need to come to a conclusion and just throw this case out, because this is garbage to me. This poor man locked up, and nobody can say he pulled a trigger. Nobody can say he do this, but everybody want to just, oh, he know this, he need to do this. So, you know, it's just too many Woody fan, because Woody's wrong. Woody talk too much for me. That's just me. He talk too much. And he's saying he's lying to get out. Nah, there ain't no lying to get out. Them folks tell you you're looking at 30 years. So he starts spilling his guts. And now he's trying to say, well, I'm just lying to get out. When you're sitting behind them police, they know the difference between a lie and you trying to snitch. That's just the bottom line. We didn't know what he was doing. So do the rest of them.
All right. Thank you, Gucci. Next
All right,
we have,
man.
all right, Ron. Go ahead, Ron. Ron, dot.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I just was thinking that the prosecutor brought in Woody because they wanted to see, like, bring in the evidence and all that. So once they got that in and Woody started talking and everything, I'm like, hey, this guy, he has more. I'm thinking the prosecutor, not the prosecutor, but the defense thinking, hey, he has more that he can offer. So they got him talking and see that they can use that instead of trying to bring in just the evidence, get him to talk more and show that it's not a RICO. It's really all about him doing all this selfishness for himself, and not even pushing toward the RICO case itself. So I just thought that might have been a little idea of what's going on, because he went hard yesterday during that end. And I feel like I feel like he was moving toward what he's trying to do, his objective of trying to show that it's not a RICO case. Just like what you think on that?
As far as them not showing that it's not real Rico's case, I agree.
Like, you think it might be like more progressive now, since they see that it's more just about him?
You say
Woody
progressive as if it's going forward, or
forward on moving away from it being a RICO case and more just putting more about on Woody than Young
I
Thug
don't-
himself.
I think the state's still going to try to push that the RICO stuff. So now they got to try to knit it back together because it has been dismantled.
Yeah.
And now they got to try to figure out how to get it, to the point where let's figure out a conspiracy. So that's why they're hoping when Sledge get up there, Sledge will put that missing piece in there, because Sledge is the one supposedly was one of the people that was told to go, lay low in Florida, that Jeffrey supposedly paid him to go do that. So he's going to try to build it back up where they have already torn down, because they use a person who lied to bring up information, to bring those video in. Now this video, it doesn't fit anymore. So
Yeah.
So Sledge is supposed to come back and try to put it together. We'll see if it works. I don't know if it will work, but because he's supposed to be the next strong witness. But Copeland was the strongest witness they had as far as outside people. That's why they gave him so much immunity and all this kind of stuff, because they felt that if they could bring in those videos, the wiretaps and all that kind of stuff, it's going to help them to strengthen their case. I don't know how it's going to do it, because now you have a person saying, hey, I'm a liar. And then they also have two cases that was on there that he lied inside the prison system. I mean, the jail system.
I think he has more. I think he has more to say also. As far as I was listening last night, you was talking. Well, a guy was talking about the timeline and how it's trying to put it together.
True.
Well, I'm like,
it's very difficult.
Wolverine, mute. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm like, okay, with this timeline, it's adding up, and the guy even pointed out, what he say, it only takes a minute and something to get there and get back. I mean, a minute there to get there. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe he might really do have more involved with that murder than when they was leading on to. And then he was saying. He even was surprised that they even knew something about the bumper. That means somebody even told that it wasn't him if it was only two people in the car, right? So I think that's going to be very interesting, just hearing more about that. But the prosecutor already, they don't want to go down that road, because if they was to go down that road and find out that he actually has something to do with it, he has immunity, so he can't really even if he was to say that he did. And he really did do it, it would be put out, right?
Yeah, but then the feds could come in.
Yes. Well, so could they still prosecute him for that?
No,
even if he really did.
They can't prosecute him for anything that's said on the stand, but the feds could come in because he's a convicted felon and he had a gun, and that's how they can come in and swoop and get him on that.
Yeah.
So because there's no statute of limitation on murder. None.
Right on. All right, that's all I wanted to just put in. I wanted to put in some ideas to see what some people say. I'm listening. I just found you yesterday.
Oh, thank you, Ron. Thank you for being here.
No problem.
Okay.
All right, then.
Have a good one. Too True, it's your turn.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hey, Miss Sylvia. Thank you for going down to the court every day, because I be watching. I'm just like in awe of this. First of all, I'm not familiar with, what them boys do per se, but hearing the trial, I want to say they were wilding out. Okay. I didn't know that all that stuff was going on back in 2015. As far as Woody, it's the state's fault. The boy told them, I'm a liar, I lie, and they still push forward to use him as their witness. So if I tell you that I lied and I'm a liar, I'm not creditable. So it's the owner is on the state for moving forward with Woody and his testimony. So as far as the perspective of a juror, you know, if I was sitting on the jury, I would be like, well, I can't believe anything that come out of his mouth. Is his name really Woody? I don't know, you know. And I think the attorneys, that what they were doing was just to try to, you know, create some reasonable doubt. Hashtag Morris Chestnut, okay, if y'all know about that show. Just to show reasonable doubt and to show that Woody said what he said, and he said, I lie about everything. In those interrogation, I was making some of this stuff up, even to the point that the attorney mentioned two guys, and those were not real people. Lastly, I didn't know they had charged Woody previously with the unalive of Nut. Can you expound on that, Sylvia? I didn't know that.
That was back in 2015 in April. They arrested him on that. And then by the time they had another interview with him in 2015 on that June, that's when he started giving them names of people they actually wanted, which was Jeffrey, and he started giving other people names. So that's how that came about. Because his first interview back in January, right after the actual unaliving happened, he didn't give that story. Then they met up with him again. He didn't give the story then on the 25th of January. And then by the time he got arrested in April, then June, that story came about.
So does that mean they can go back and charge him for the unalive, for the murder?
Feds can come. Okay, here's because I'm gonna answer.
I'm sorry for you to keep saying it over and over again.
Okay, I'm gonna answer because she says I thought he had federal protection. He admitted to shooting the barbershop so the feds can get him. Listen, according to, because I spoke with his attorney, the one that's his attorney right now. I specifically asked him, I said, can the state give him that information saying that the feds has given him immunity? He said from his understanding, from what he read, the feds can come and get him. This is what the attorney said, because he doesn't see anything in the documents regarding any kind of federal immunity. Yes, it's on paper, it's on the court record and all that. But did they get a representative from the feds to say, hey, we're not? Is there anything signed by the feds say, hey, by a judge, a federal judge saying, hey, we're giving this person immunity, blah, 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 blah.
So therefore the state was not totally honest and truthful with Woody. And you know, and I do believe the state used Woody because, how can I say this? Because he was the best person that they can kind of mess with, because Woody is probably not that he probably don't understand a lot, so they were able to finesse him. Even though Woody say, I finesse the policeman and everybody, I think the state did a little finessing with Woody. So I don't really blame Woody. I think they would have went after these guys regardless if they had Woody to put his input or if they didn't. They were going to find another way. That's what I think. I don't think the owner is strictly on Woody that caused them to proceed with this RICO case. I think they would have done it anyway.
But you remember what he said that when Charter and Steele was cross-examining him, they kept asking him, would you do anything to not have to go to Rice Street? He said yes. He said he would do anything. And they kept saying, even lie? He said, yes, definitely, I would have lied, because he never wanted to. He said he would die before he went back to jail. Meaning that's a strong emotion of him saying, I will do anything. Even if it takes the lives of other people, get freedom, I will take it, because I don't want to go to jail. So they saw a person who was willing to help them to get their agenda across, to get these individuals, and they were going to use them. That's why they told them, hey, you can get on the stand and say, I don't recall. I don't recall.
Yes.
Because it wasn't about his testimony, because they know he's a liar. It was about them getting that evidence in so they could make their
Mm.
stronger.
And
That's
see, I guess we're saying the same thing. I think the state used him and they knew from his character, and they kind of evaluated him anyway, and they could use these little subliminal messages and the messages and the harassment to get him to collapse. And then also I want to say, you remember what he told them? Okay, I'll say I killed, well, I won't say killed, I unalived Donovan. And the state, didn't they say, no, you cannot say that?
Exactly.
You remember that?
Yeah. But here's the thing. From Shard's cross-examination, y'all, Shard gave a motive for him wanting to be done. He said you were angry because what they do, they beat you up. And then Nut gave the okay to put a price on your head. So therefore, you are in fear, and you're gonna get them because he's retaliation. He will die. I'll get you before you get me. So therefore, he's like, okay, before they get me, I'm gonna get them. I'm not saying that he did. I'm not, because
I understand.
I don't know. I'm just giving you the motive and the reason, the possibility to create the doubt in the juror's head, and that's what Chard did. He created the doubt inside the. They said, "Hey, you trying to put it on these three guys, but here's a person that could possibly be the main one. He has a motive. He has a reason. He has the means of doing this. He had supposedly the car. He had this. He had that. They did this to him. He was ready to retaliate, and then his mindset was, I'm going to get them.
And and that's what I'm saying. The state knew that, so they will forego prosecuting the actual person that unalived in order to get these guys for so-called RICO. And the state knows that feds can pick it up later. See, so they use him, and I can't understand if you're just telling me that they have to know they already arrested him, so they believe really that he is the one that unalived him. But they said, well, we don't care about that now. We want to just go for the RICO charges on these other guys because, like the policemen say, they're the bigger fish. So anyway, thank you for having me up.
Thank you. I'm going to get the other people.
Yes,
Sorry.
ma'am. Bye.
Yes, I think Tiffany is next. Go ahead, Tiffany.
Hey, Miss Sylvia. Hey, everyone.
Hey.
Just two things. The first thing is now Judge Whitaker is saying, hey, you guys, see what you all can come up with. See what kind of resolution you can have. Ma'am, you should have done that when all those motions came in. Now you see this case is a whole mess. And now you want them to come to the resolution. If I was the defense, I wouldn't, because you let the state play in your face this whole time. And now the defense come up there and they had their ducks in a row. They was in order. It was flowing. It wasn't no, let me find out. Let me go get this board, that board, nothing. It was flowing. And that's how court should flow. And so now you see that they really don't have nothing, and they really piecing their case together as they go. And it's like, oh guys, let's all kumbaya. If I was the defense team, it's no kumbaya. You wanted it, you got it, let's roll. That's my take.
Thank you, Tiffany. Jacqueline, you're next, and then Mahadi, then Wolverine, then I get my CT Benny, and then Native.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Jacqueline.
This is my thing. In the first beginning,
Speak out louder because we can't hear you. It sounds like you're far away.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
Come
me?
a little say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
The reason I feel for Woody, because in the first beginning when he was on the stand and Judge Glanville is explaining to him, he looks at Judge Glanville and says,
You're going in and out. We can't hear you. Oh my God, y'all.
Connect.
You're going in and out, Jacqueline. We didn't hear what you said.
I'm gonna have to come back in.
Okay, all right. Mahadi,
Good morning, everyone.
good morning.
I got a couple of things, but I'm gonna touch on them really lightly. I've been on this chat this morning, and your earlier panel talked about protesting, and I put it in the chat, but I thought it's best to say it out loud. Hopefully, they're still listening. The best way and the most effective way to protest is to vote. This year in 2024, if you want to change the DA structure in Atlanta, Fulton County, vote. You can get the corruption out that way by changing the people. I'm not from Georgia, I'm from Massachusetts, but we did that in Massachusetts. We got the knuckleheads out because we were tired and we voted. And that's our form of protest. That's always been a form of protest. So I encourage everyone in Fulton County to get out, especially this year, this calendar year. Get out there. You can still protest publicly. That's your right. That's that's your constitutional right. As a veteran myself, I fought for that so that you have that voice. I support it 100%, but I also support you guys, ladies and gentlemen, to go out there and vote this corruption out. Reason why the DA has built a cyclical process, and it's a prisoner pipeline. Listening to this case and to platforms like you, Sylvia, and others, your brethren who sat with you in the courthouse, really has kind of enlightened me, and I guess the rest of America. You know, it's amazing how in Fulton County the DA is putting felony charges on children, and then coming back to recoup those costs when they turn 18 of legal age. So that's why I say it's a prison in the pipeline situation. So you want to change that for the next 2, 3, and generations. Get the corruption out. All right. Jay Will, I call Mr. Williams Jay Will. He's being used for the vanity and the ego of the DA. So that's a subsection of the corruption. The DA's ego is too strong, and she has ambitions, and Jay Will is a shiny enough target to catapult her where she feels she should belong with this upcoming potential new administration. I'm just going to leave it at that. So let's use our God-given rights. A lot of our forefathers, brothers and sisters, have fought and died for us to use that right. So please take these words seriously. DA wants Flesh to talk about some other things. If she can't get Jay Will, she's going after KC. She's going to get a Flesh so she can market and promote somewhat success, because she can't afford to lose two. Right? She fell in love with the RICO stature. She got the first one with the teachers. She's losing on one, and she's about to lose on another. So she can't afford to have that on her record. It tarnishes her legacy, if you will. Gaither kind of proved the fact that they were going after Jay Will. That was on recording. So I shout out to the defense for pulling that clearly. You know, it's amazing also, side note, the video and audio was very clear when the defense produced. I just want to say that out loud versus the state for some reason. But I'm glad it was, because to hear Gaither say, hey, we want the big fish. And she explicitly put a name on the fish. Tells you the corruption is they're all linked together. My concern for Ms. Hilton, I do agree with one of your previous callers about she gets no pass. I'm in the same boat as your previous caller. We're rolling together. Hilton doesn't get a pass. My challenge is, how can Emory University look at her and say, listen, you show no ethics, but yet you want to teach ethics in college? Conflict. I don't think she needs to be there much longer. And as far as you go, Ms. Sylvia, this is actually my first time really kind of listening to your platform. I'm always admired it from a distance. But from your situation, as far as your equity, I'll say it that way, they're challenging you because of your grassroots. You're influencing the grassroots level, right? Everyone has a TV. Everyone has a latest TV where you can do streaming, which YouTube is a big part of. There also people can get YouTube TV. So as they did with President Obama, they're going to shut down the grassroots, right? Because that means more people are aware, and the more knowledge with more people Because look at KC. He has changed exponentially with the knowledge he has experienced through pain, through generosity and kindness, such as people inside the court and outside the court. So your presence, your influence, and I stress the word influence, on a grassroots level to those social economic challenged people, they have TVs, they have internet, and YouTube gives that exposure, and you're leveraging that in a positive way, and they don't want that. The system doesn't want that, and the system is Fulton County's DA. I'll be the first to say it. That office is very, very, very cognizant and then very aware. So keep up the good fight. May the Lord continue to smile on you. Go from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahadi. Thank you. I appreciate you. Wolverine, it's your turn.
Good morning, Miss Sylvia. How you doing today?
Morning, Wolverine.
All right, all right. Glad to see you're in good spirits and, of course, giving us the good information that we need. I'm just going to give a little editorial opinion right quick and then, let you guys do what you do. First, let's break this down. First, the state brought a case that was unprovable because they didn't prove the core of their case, which is the murder, which is the core of their case, right? That's the biggest charge they have on this RICO. So you would think that they would have a clad type explanation of exactly what happened in that unaliving, and you would think they would have not only a clear theory of the case, but a untouchable theory of the case, and more than one witness that could actually prove this. Because if you're relying on Woody to do this, then it's obviously not getting done. Now that's number one. Number two, I just want to say, like, the detectives on this case is the reason why this case is so terrible. Because the detectives on this case were terrible. Okay, the detectives on this case, this is showing a prime example of how Atlanta gets information and acts on the information they get. Because they don't really have connections in the streets because they're not really in the streets. They find somebody and they take the information from that person and then they try to posture that information to use in which way they want to. And they try to do that with Woody, thinking that they're smarter than Woody. Everybody thinks they're smarter than Woody. Newsflash, you're not. See, all these people are book smarter than Woody, but Woody is street smarter than every one of them. Okay? And Woody sat there, played games this whole entire time. He already served his time. So what they're doing right now is putting him in more jeopardy because the feds is watching very intently. The feds want to actually pick up an indictment, but there's nothing to indict because usually in a RICO, you have a ongoing criminality going on, whether it be drug dealing, whether it be some kind of gang activity, whatever the case may be. So, but there's usually some kind of linear line that shows in the RICO of connection. This is not showing a criminal connection between these people because there's no money going anywhere. Every single crime is done out of personal intent or personal ego. It wasn't done in the name of YSL like they keep saying. So the whole idea that the state's trying to push that this whole conspiracy was based upon the gang YSL and everybody's doing it in the furthest of the gang, and they're going to prove that it got to the point so bad that they unalive Mr. Nut for this. You see what I'm saying? Mr. Nut, pause. So I'm sorry. They alive Mr. Donovan for this. That they took that whole theory of the case and took it so extreme that now that they're presenting it, it just doesn't wash because unfortunately they didn't verify anything Woody said. Other people everybody who's watching this trial as we watch it, the streets is watching right now. So everybody's watching what Tick did and say, "Oh, we ain't going up on the stand and making ourselves look like super snitches." And if we can, right now, in the way that the culture is, you can walk yourself back from snitching. That's what Woody's doing. He's sitting there. He's not performing for the court. I'm sorry. I got a phone call. He's just letting the streets know that he's not a snitch. He's like, I was finessing. I was lying. So, I'm sorry. I got a phone call. I don't know if you can still hear me.
I can still hear you.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So all I just want to just finish up because I want to be too long-winded, is that the defense only has to point out the fact that there is no real RICO, or to have a real RICO conspiracy, there actually has to be furtherance of criminal actions. This was a bunch of people who've already committed crimes and already paid their penalty for these crimes that they're trying to bunch up and come back 5 years later and turn into something that they don't have the gravitas to prove inside the courtroom. Now, no matter what happens in this case, it's going to fall apart in technicality in review. So no matter what, they're gonna win an appeal, but appeal is going to take a long time. So I want them to win actually by adjudication in the actual court. That's the only real proper way for this case to be settled. And I think personally, there's no way that the prosecution could get to the end of this case with not somehow forcing a mistrial, because the way they're actually prosecuting this case is based on circumstantial evidence, innuendo, and hearsay they're getting in because of certain use cases. And they really thought that they can put Woody up there and make the investigation tapes testify. But his character and his personality took over the stage. And he did not know that he was going to be such a big personality. And his personality on that stand is outweighing his actual testimony of all the times he was in those investigators' rooms. So people right now are sitting there looking at Woody like he's the victim, and he's the one who started the whole entire case. So if people are getting that impression from the outside point of view, then how is it they're going to convince 12 people in the box that all these people are on the same criminal conspiracy? And you should believe what Woody's saying in the investigating room, and not believe when he's sitting there live in front of them, very convincingly telling you, I'm a liar. This is how I lie. And they're proving that these people didn't even verify the lies that he put forth. So it's an uphill battle for the state. I believe the defense have multiple ways to win this, but I think it's going to end up in a mistrial. The state tried to do this by 1,000 cuts because they didn't have one direct blow to knock out the defense, so they tried to do it by 1,000 cuts, and unfortunately, that's not happening. They usually, if there wasn't so much press on the trial, they could get away with so much little things that they're getting away with. But because there's so much press on there, they have to play it a little more above board, and that's why you see what happened to Judge Glanville, and what you see what's happening. You see, after this case, DA Love is going to have to retire. Miss Hilton might have a chance. You know what I'm saying? But Love is out of here. This is her last case. She will never. It's over, because at this point, there's no public trust for her. There's no reason why you would sit there and say, as her boss, like, okay, she's winning this case and she deserves to hold a position or be promoted. If anything, to be demoted. So there's no way that she doesn't retire and go private after this, in my opinion. And Miss Hilton might have a chance, but that depends on how she actually carries herself throughout this case. Right now, she's the only thing that's saving grace for the prosecution, because the prosecution side, how they just approach to even approaching their witnesses, is putting them at a disadvantage. And I don't want to take over your show. I just want to give a little editorial opinion. And like I said, Miss Sylvia, let me tell you something, Miss Sylvia. You are the golden arch for us when you walk in there, okay? We get to see everything for McDonald prices, okay? Because they try to make it seem like they Fago or Nubu, and they try to make it different, but you are giving it to us simple as it should be, and we love you for it, Miss Sylvia. And you know what? No matter what you do, I'm supporting your channel. I'm supporting you after this in every single case you do, just so I can see that beautiful smile, Miss Sylvia.
Thank you, Green. Thank you.
No problem.
CT Vinny, what's going on?
I had to come back again and grace you with my presence. So good morning again. But
Hold on. I gotta give Key a minute, because you did before. I need to give the people
go ahead. Okay.
Anything. Go ahead, Key. K-I-K Key. Where'd she go? Did she mute herself and she can't unmute? K-I, K Key, K Kai. Okay. All right, go ahead, Benny.
All right, I'll make it short. But what's frustrating me is when I speak to people, I hear people and they're stating facts about this case that don't even exist. I'm not a genius, but I recognize a con a mile away. And one of the facts that stood out to me and stands out to me is the fact that all of this stuff that they're talking about happened years ago. Woody was like, what, 22, 23 when all of this happened? He was a baby. As a 56-year-old man, I mean, he's a baby. He was in over his head. The police coerced him into, they wanted Thug, and people are still saying yeah, they're a gang, and if they didn't do it, they're not proving their case. They're not showing no organization of RICO. Like these guys are not working together. They're not organized. They're not showing where the money goes, or that stands out to me. We act like we can believe what the police say, and they still unalive us on tape and video, and then turn around and say, "Oh, he's innocent," and the police didn't do it. It's corruption. To me, in my opinion, it's to me, it's still slavery still exists. It's the pipeline of black males and black youth in the prison system, and people just stating facts that don't exist. And Woody was tortured. That's another fact. I believe can't say for sure because I don't like to say stuff that I don't know for sure. But he sounds real convincing to me. And they tortured him, and then they bring him out, and he said that it was a lot of videos that they interviewed him that they didn't record that, so they tortured him. They coerced him and spoke to him before the cameras rolled. Then they put him in front of the camera and put on the road and get him to say certain things. I'm not saying he was right by any means. A lot of these young brothers, I mean, they do heinous things, and they need. I know some people gonna hate me for saying it or disagree, but sometimes these young brothers need a hug or a man as an example. And he was a kid, and they tortured him, and the state has not proved the case. They didn't prove YSL is a gang. I don't believe that. Maybe they may have once said it. I don't even believe they once said it. There's no way to me that a successful young man as Thug could be would still be running around with an Atlanta street gang. You know what I mean? If they were his friends, but I don't buy it. And it's just I just hate for people to be like, yeah, he's snitching and he's telling the truth. And the brother is lying. He said he's lying, and it's on tape. And the defense did an excellent job exposing it. And okay, I won't come back no more today. And thank you.
You can
I just
come
had to
back.
get off my chest. All
You
right.
can come back. Hey, Key, go ahead.
Thank you, Miss Sylvia. Sorry, I couldn't unmute, but I appreciate your coverage. I appreciate all you do, just being on the ground, being in the courtroom. I want to say a couple of things. Back to the judge asking the teams to come together and make a resolution. I feel like she is seeing the ending of this before her eyes. She has been a judge in numerous cases. We know that. She's working her way up to the next level. And she sees the outcome of this case and how it will turn out. So she is imploring the state to work with Fani to come up with a deal that makes sense. She knows that the state is unorganized. They are changing up their strategy constantly. And I also say that I feel like she has lost a bit of respect for the state, because when you see Hilton making objections, it's not in a manner that is very professional and has some candor to it. She's waving her hands in the air. She seems like she's getting frustrated or an attitude with the judge. And like I said before, when the judge rules on these objections, she overrules a lot of them on the behalf of the defense. She does not sustain a lot of objections. And so when we're in trial, we really get to see how she's refereeing this case, and she allows the defense to bring in a lot of material that we know Glanville would not have let the defense go into or bring up. So I feel like she is seeing how this is all going to unfold before her own eyes. And then Miss Sylvia, she's seeing the same exact thing that you see with the jurors and how they're engaged in paying attention when the defense is up. And when the state is speaking, they're falling asleep. They're not paying attention. She has the best view of the jury from where she's sitting high up on the judge's stand. So I also believe that she's also picking up on the cues. She's seen previous juries before and how they interact and their reactions. And so I think she's just tying it all together and just trying to see if the state can save themselves from public humiliation and embarrassment now before we continue down this road. So that's one thing. And I think Love and Hilton, I mean, I don't think that they're gonna go anywhere. I think they'll still be employed on the prosecution team for Fulton County. They serve a purpose for sure. We know that they are good at all of these nasty tactics. They are good at presenting shoddy evidence. If they was going up against Little Ray Ray, who didn't have a killer attorney, this case would be a guilty verdict. But they are biting off more than they can chew, or they just underestimated the talent that is in the room on the defense side. There are so many talented, smart attorneys on the defense side. They're strategic. They come together. They plan. They strategize. They are pulling out things that the state just doesn't have the resources and the time to combat. So I think Hilton and Love will continue to work, but they just don't have the skills, the level, the education, the strategy to go up against this defense team, and that's what's hurting them. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you, Key, for your input. I appreciate it. Marley, did you want to say something else? I know I had you up here for a while, and I know you come up here as my co-host. I know you're working. People don't understand you working. Look at my co-host.
I just wanted to say, Rick, can you hear me? Okay, cool. I just wanted to say to you, I need you to do me like such a huge favor. It's such a big favor. When them losers get in the chat and they start, doing what it is that they doing, can we please ignore them and not give them the attention that they seeking? Because you said we can't cuss. And if we can't cuss, I can't defend you the way I want to defend you. Yeah, and I don't want to get kicked off either.
Look, you've been kicked off and brought back and all this kind of stuff because you've been misbehaving. Because she's like her and Shell and Liz are my problem children. So I have to, you know what? She's right. I have to ignore them when they come.
We gotta ignore them because I'm real big on energy. You know what I'm saying? And like the shift of the energy, like it's taken away from the focus and the purpose that we got going. And again, I can't cuss. So I be wanting to tell you, like, man, F these people so bad. But I know it's your platform and it's your thing. But man, like it's your rules. It's your house.
Only you know what? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you a wrench and you can handle it that way.
All right.
Marley's gonna be like Black Beauty. Black Beauty be chopping. Choo, choo, choo.
Yeah, gone out the door. I don't do second chances. I don't do nothing. I don't want to hear it because it's not.
Yeah,
like right. I said, look at the stage we at right now. You know what I'm saying? All because, you know what I'm saying, people got some nasty, stinking, dirty motive, and it's just like ain't no way you got that much hate in your heart that you wake up in the morning to disrupt somebody else's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's all. I just, the devil be knocking on the door and I be wanting to answer.
Molly, type in the chat. I got you.
Thank you very much. Bye, Miss Sylvia.
Bye, Marley. All right.
Hey, Miss Sylvia. Yeah. Us as a family in the comment box need a favor. Before Mahadi leave again, can he cook a few more things? Cause I can't say nothing behind him because he actually knows. So if it's possible, can he give us a little more of his knowledge? Because he's speaking facts.
I appreciate that.
Honestly, bro, like you seriously speaking facts, and we enjoying what you're saying because you speaking knowledge of what we need to know, and it's actually right what you're saying. And we appreciate that over here at Miss Sylvia channel. You know.
Yeah, we do. We definitely appreciate it. I
So
do.
yeah, let
Me
him
too.
talk again, and I'm going back down there and enjoy his moment while he's still up here.
All right, come on, Mahadi.
Mahadi. Mahadi.
I had it the right way the
You
first
sure
time.
did. You,
All right,
you
I just
nailed it the first time. Now, see, this is my normal voice when I'm not trying to speed read. So I was just trying to get a lot of points in because I know everybody's time is valuable. So I wanted you to educate me on when the judge made this declaration to come together between the two parties. Was that after the camera shut off?
Yeah, what happened is after the juror gave her situation and what the job outcome, for her to come back, for her to travel to Arkansas for the job, which is September 27th, the judge, before she ended for the day, told both sides, she says, she wanted them to come up with a resolution while they have this time off the next couple of days, because the way the case is going, she says she wants them to discuss a resolution that the both party could come in agreement, and she encourages them to do so.
That's a key word.
She said, I encourage, meaning that basically I need you guys to do this, because if you don't, I'm not saying, this is just me, my opinion, that she may have to step in and do something.
Well, we know Jeffrey's not. He's declared he's not making a deal.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't take it either.
Yeah. So that's why I asked. A lot of your panelists said that, and I was like, well, I know Jeffrey said Mr. Williams made it very clear. He's like, I am not taking a deal he's standing on principle on this one, and I support him on that. So that's when that was, because I was like, I watched the whole. I've been watching for a long time, and I'm like, I don't ever remember hearing a judge. Oh, it was only two judges, but hearing Weaver say anything like that. And I know channels like you and your colleagues try to stay on. Lesson learned about, don't hang up, don't switch off when the camera goes dark, because sometimes they do. Especially Steele likes to bring something in really at the last minute, and so Law and Crime, whatever platform tries to keep.
There was a couple of people that was in the courtroom, like Green Eggs No Ham was in there, T-Mac was in there. They can verify with you of what the judge actually said as well, because I took notes.
Right.
But that was something, and because it was like a shocker to me, I ran behind one of the attorneys and started getting some clarification. Why is she saying it? And this particular attorney says the judge has been pressing him the last couple of days to come up with something.
Yeah, so
and
the judge
it's not in front. It's not in front of us. This is her encouraging them behind the scenes, right? But now she just basically, she even said it when she first came about. Remember?
Yes.
She said that about them coming up with a plea deal, and then they never did it. They never came up with anything.
Right.
So now today she says, I encourage, while you guys are off the next couple of days, the two parties, I encourage you guys to come together to come up with some sort of resolution.
That's gonna be that's
what she said.
That's gonna take Solomon-like wisdom at this point to get those two to come up with something that everyone agrees with, because the defense, my heart goes out to Mr. Nichols. It really does, because he's sitting there with Mr. Harvey, he's got a great representation. So I take comfort in that, because a lot of times, one of your panelists just said, Lil Ray can't afford a Harvey or a Steele or a Shard in this case, or even a Matthews in this case. So they don't really get the right representation. But Mr. Nichols was sitting there, and I think Mr. Harvey said at one time, he's like, he's only been in the whole indictment, his name only comes up twice. And every witness that has come through that chamber door, and I know, speaking to the choir, because you're in the choir room, no one mentions his name. No one mentions Mr. Nichols' name, right? They just got to Mr. Huey now. And I appreciate what Mr. Matthews did yesterday. People don't understand what he did. What he did was, not only did he just show part of his mission was to show KC as a young man, an entrepreneur, but he also cleared his client. Listen, he's sitting there with his little hoodie on his waist, looking like a clean cut, fresh Prince of Bel Air. And where do you see all this Rico in him? So he had a two-prong approach, and he executed all of them executed flawlessly. I am like one of your panelists. I was like, Shard, ease up, don't make Woody detonate.
I was like that. I was like, oh, please. And
I
then,
was like,
but the thing is, the jurors, they started doing the thing that they were doing with the state, like, that type of thing. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
Yes.
Twister's laying back now. Oh no, we can't let Twister lay back. Because I'm like,
I was typing. I was like, Shard, pull back, cool off, because we don't need. And the mistake. I know you got Gerald on, and I'm gonna yield my time. But it's one more. My last point is, I was so rooting for Woody throughout this whole process, because you could see the abuse, you could see the torture, you could see the coercion, and these are my words, right? That I'm rooting for him, and I believe that Jeffrey is rooting for him too, even as he sat yesterday, and maybe even today, he's rooting for KC, right? He seems to be that type of spirit and that type of character, and so I think, and this is my opinion, I think Jeffrey is talked to Steele and say, hey, listen, go easy on him, help him, advise him. You could see he's struggling. You could see he's got disadvantages. Don't tip it. Don't make it obviously, but because what Steele did the other day, and sat down and talked. He didn't demean him when he went through his charges. He went beside him and talked with him methodically, and I thought that was so humane. That this top lawyer, defense criminal attorney, is sitting with this man that's not his client. So he basically gave him a free consultation and marched him through line by line his charges. And then Shard followed up yesterday and said, I'm gonna give you a free gift. That's advocating and educating for KC. That's how I take it. People may take it differently, but I was rooting for Woody. So when Shard came out strong, I was like, oh, they just blasted my man right out the water. But then I see what was happening. Shard has the obligation to Mr. Stillwell, first and foremost. So I understand that. But I still think there's humanity in that courtroom on the defense side. And I think, my personal opinion, I know the state is watching and all this. Good luck, because I'm in Massachusetts, so you can do whatever you want after me. But I think that Jeffrey is a kind spirit to a fault, almost to his detriment. And I think he's saying to Steele and say, hey, listen, we got this. Show mercy. Still leave him a heart. And how I deal with him on a personal level is our business and our relationship. But spare this man. He needs an advantage. He needs help. And so I think that's Jeffrey's influence on Steele to say, teach him, educate and advocate for him what he's facing or what he could face. Because I think one of your panelists said it best. He didn't know the trap door was still there. The trap door is still there to hem him up. And I don't think he realized that. And the way the state has been doing the word salad and the spaghetti, he didn't know. So kudos to you for your efforts. Keep waving the banner. Keep fighting the good fight. I do appreciate your the gentleman who said those kind words to me about me.
No, they're already rooting for you to be my co-host.
I am available. I am available. I am retired, so like I said,
he's available.
I'm available to. I look at things objectively, as you could prayerfully you can see and hear. I look at things objectively. I'm a black man who's been blessed to live. I just turned 55 on last Monday, so thank you. I am blessed to see another year, and I don't take anything for granted. But as far as corruption goes, Massachusetts, we got rid of our DA for the same situation that I'm encouraging the citizens or constituents of Fulton County. And we said enough was enough. and they were hemming up people of color, just not brothers, but our Latino, Hispanic brothers and sisters. And the new DA as well, the new mayor of Boston, and the governor, with all Texas Stone, the immigrants, and they put them in Martha's Vineyard, and they thought, oh, we're gonna slap them in the face, and because of our new leadership here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, they took them in. They took all those immigrants in their home and fed them and sheltered them and educated them and advocated and got them in schools and got them enrolled and got them with some quality New England lawyers, immigration lawyers. So God is always working. We're
Yes,
His
amen.
good.
Amen.
So,
Amen. So,
Gerald, I pass to you.
No, you good, bro.
Your email. All right, Gerald.
Say again.
Miss Sylvia.
Send me an email.
What is your email address?
Sparks, SPARKS 1565 at
1565.
Yeah.
The last part is 1565.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me get somebody put my email in the chat so he can see it. It's better sometime if you can see it better.
You had a banner. Yeah, you had a banner. Thank you. Gerald, take over. You got it.
Ain't gonna be up here long. Hey, Miss Sylvia, how are you doing today?
Good.
Hello,
How you
everybody.
doing?
Good. I was hoping that you were going to continue your live the other day because I had some notes written down, but you got out because you needed your much needed rest. So I was like, dang it. So
give it to me.
Oh, so anyways, so this is my thing. First thing first, Miss Sylvia. I think the judge need to instruct Miss Love to turn her body towards the witness and not towards the jury, because I just feel like we know that she has facial expressions, and I feel like that when some of the defense attorneys are asking questions and they look at the questions like, what? Like, I think she's trying to garner or get some type of reaction from the jurors, or let them see her reaction to try to make it feel like that these lawyers are crazy and that, they're just asking stupid questions. So that's first thing first. She need to turn her body towards the front. The second thing is that I think the other day when the state made an objection to the line of questioning from Mr. Steele, and I think Ms. Hilton said that the question was like assuming facts, not in evidence. And then the judge was kind of hesitant to rule on it, but then she said maybe relevance. And then she ruled, she sustained their objection. I just felt like that was weird that she would help them like that, because normally a judge is only supposed to make a ruling based off of the objection that an opposing counsel or counsel makes, not add or suggest what it might be and then rule on it. So I felt like that was kind of funny too, or strange. And on the second hand, Woody, I don't like Woody. And I'm gonna tell you why, because it's like the 89 Slab dude said, bro, you put all of these people in this situation. I mean, like, you went down there, you said things, even if it was a lie. Like you said, you're going to blame stuff on people even if they didn't do it. That is a dangerous game. You can't just sit up here and say, oh, Thug did it, oh, Shannon did it, oh, this person did it, oh, they did it, just because the police is trying to get you to tell on them and you don't want to. So you just lie and say things that's really not true. And, I don't think Thug is going to forgive him. I don't think any of them is going to forgive Woody for what he did, because criminal trials are emotional. People sit in the gallery, people watch the trial online, and it's emotional. You start feeling sorry for witnesses and you start feeling sorry for people. But at the end of the day, it's all about strategy. And the defense attorney's job is to show or to put reasonable doubt to what the state is put on as evidence into the juror's mind. And with that is exactly what the defense attorneys did with Woody. Everybody is using Woody. And I don't know if he realizes that, but the defense attorneys also used him by showing the jurors, basically, in my opinion, and what a lot of people have stated, that the state is corrupt, that they did all of this to him to try to get these young men, on trial for whatever reason. And I just feel like people should not also forget that this is just a witness. Like, the state said that they have over 100 witnesses left. I mean, this is just one witness. So, you can't throw a trial away at this stage, but the trial should have been thrown away when Whitaker came in. And I still feel like that another judge from another county should have come into this trial. And had another judge from another county came into this trial, I still feel like that the trial would have been thrown out. But Whitaker, as I stated before, she wants to try the case. And I just feel like that she's incompetent to try the case. And I feel like that the state get over on her a lot of times. Now, the judge's rulings on the state's objections to Mr. Sharp was very different than Mr. Steele from my observation. It was like, they were objected to him and it was getting, sustained or move on. I just feel like they always try to make Mr. Steele look some type of way in front of the jury. You know what I'm saying? Like as if he don't know, to stop when an objection is made, as the judge said, when an objection is on the floor, stop and let me, like, y'all always trying to make him look unprofessional in front of a jury. And I feel like he's the most professional attorney in the doggone room. He's always getting things on the record. He's always repeating stuff for the record. And that's just good lawyering, for when you go to an appeals court. You want the appellate attorneys to understand what you're saying and understand what you're referring to when you're asking questions or when the witness is confused about something. So it's always good to get that on the record. But I just felt like that. I just feel like that the state is really in a bad place. And the reason why it took me so long to come up here when you said earlier, because I had to go back and hear what Mr. Sharp said, because I left and had to go do some work when he came up to start questioning. But I like the way that he put that reasonable doubt into the juror's mouth, so in the mind. So now the jurors have to say, okay, well, we got the state's theory and we got the defense theory about who killed Donovan Thomas. So now, there's reasonable doubt out there as to who killed him. Was it Woody, or was it Shannon Stillwell, who the state, accused? But when you look at it as a juror, you see the body language of Woody. He kept quiet. He stopped answering when Mr. Sharp was asking him those questions. It was you that had to beef. It was you. It was you. It was you. And the fact that the state is letting Woody get away with what I believe could be a possible murder just to get Thug. I really want to know what's going on in Fulton County. Like, why are y'all so after these guys to the point that you would do Woody the way that y'all did him? You get what I'm saying? And then that's why judges tell jurors that you only can consider what is said in court, because when you go back and you look at the video that the state leaked, and then now you in trial, everybody gets an understanding. You have some people that say, well, he wasn't, like one guy came up here and said he wasn't snitching, he was lying, or what have you. But it's whether he was snitching or lying, and he's saying that he wasn't snitching and that he just told them whatever to get him out of trouble. I just felt like that was so fucked up that he gets to go home every day.
Hey, watch that language, Gerald.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, I forgot for a minute. I said, oh Lord, I'm sorry. But anyways, I feel like it's messed up that Woody gets to go home to his family. He gets to, just be a free man. And these guys, especially Thug, who has a career going on, who's, making good music. And I love Thug's music. I love Thug. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's so wrong that Woody even put them in this predicament, like would even say these things. And then when you think about the good stuff that Thug did for you, why would you even do somebody like that? You could have gave them another person name. Like you could have gave them a fictitious name. You didn't have to give them real names of individuals that even if they didn't have no evidence or not. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that the law enforcement did a poor investigation as to the stuff that Woody was telling them, I just felt like that was under guidance. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, the prosecutors are the most powerful people. Like they can do you all types of ways. Like I'm telling you, they can put charges on you. They can they can violate your probation. They can just do so much stuff to get you to testify or to put you away. You know what I'm saying? And for Woody, it was like, you either gonna tell us or we're gonna put you away. You feel what I'm saying? And he started talking because he was young. You can look at him at the time and tell that he looked weak to me. He looked like somebody that's gullible. easily manipulated, easily influenced, and then you get on the stand because every defendant has a right to face their accuser. You get on the stand and you don't recall for the state, you don't recall, you don't recall, you don't recall, you don't recall. And it's like before the defense started crossing, it's like, bro, how you don't recall this stuff? You sat up here and told on all these people and said all of this stuff, whether it was true or not, and put them in this predicament. And you scared to talk now, and then you sit on the stand and say you ain't scared of nobody. If it's me on somebody, I'm on. If it's anybody got beef with me, I'm on them. And like you talk all that stuff and all that junk like you a thug and like you really about that life and like you really tough. But then in court, I got knots in my stomach. Man, I can't even eat. I tried to go eat. I can't even eat. Now you can't eat. But you was eating when you was in there telling them people, telling them putting Thug name and Shannon Stillwell name and all these defendants' names and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So, but my question is that once they move on to Woody, what happens with all of the other evidence, like all of the other stuff that the state has? Because Woody is not, this case wasn't brought just solely on Woody. You feel what I'm saying? It's other stuff that this case was brought on. And it's like, okay, this is just another witness out of this whole list. So all of these other witnesses that the state plans to put on, what are they going to say? Are they going to sway the jury back to the state side? Do the jury really cares that the state is looking foolish? Are they more concerned about the victims of these crimes? Like, what is the jury thinking? You know what I'm saying? And the fact that the judge stated that, you know, she wants them to come to a resolution, girl, just dismiss the case already with prejudice. You know, if even if there is other incriminating evidence, this will be a good time on this witness to dismiss this case just because of how the case is going. You know what I'm saying? And Hilton thinks she's going to get up there and she's going to redirect. And if I was Woody, I would just be like, I don't recall, I don't recall, I don't recall, I don't recall. Stop answering that question. Just say, I don't recall, to get it on out the way. You know, but I rarely think they're going to get any type of answers out of him. But, you know, that's just my thoughts about everything. I think Mr. Steele did a good job. He's a great attorney, man. I mean, when you talk about something money can buy, I mean, he is a great defense attorney. And a lot of people think he's doing too much. And, you know, an attorney's job is to defend their client, whether we're trying the case with other defendants or not. And that sometimes you're gonna collide. Sometimes it's gonna be, you know, incriminating evidence, you know, against your client, you know, and not my client, you know, dealing with evidence that they both may be implicated in. But the job of an attorney is to focus on his client. You know, Thug if it's Brian Steele, and Shannon Stillwell if it's Matt Shard, and Mr. Matthew if it's Marquavius Hewitt. Their job is to represent their client. They have a constitutional right to a fair and impartial trial. An attorney's job is to make sure that their client is getting a fair trial, that laws are not being broken, and that their constitutional rights are not being violated. But I don't think we would be this far in knowing all of this corrupt stuff that the state, you know, is doing or was doing if Glanville was still on the case. I feel like he would have blocked a lot of this stuff. Every objection that the state made on the line of questioning from Matt Sharp, Mr. Weinstein, Mr. Matthew, and you know, the other attorneys, I just feel like he would have shot them down, and we probably wouldn't even know, you know, anything about this. So that's all I got to say about it.
Thank you, Gerald. I appreciate you.
Yes.
Me, you know, me and you.
I'll see you soon. I'm coming to Atlanta.
Okay, you'll be there when?
In a couple of weeks. I'm gonna email you though.
Okay. You got my email, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Gerald, let me encourage you with a couple of points.
Sure.
What you described. So there's no coming back. The defense yesterday scorched the earth. It's unrepairable. There's no one short of Jesus to come back and save the state at this particular point. Those attorneys systemically broke it down into small, manageable chunks that everyone could understand. So there's nothing short of, and I mean this respectfully, Donovan Thomas Jr. coming back in a vision and saying, "This is who did it." This is unrepairable. They cannot. So what you're going to see is an act of futility from the state on Tuesday. I'm predicting that. So that it's nothing they can do. Gaither coming back is irrelevant, and
Well,
that's leads me to
let me say this.
no, it doesn't
Let me,
mean anything. And here's the point: Gaither is caught on film. Her words out of her mouth said, "We want Jeffrey Williams." She
Mhm.
declared that, so she's invalid. If you appendage that to what Shard laid out, she has no credibility. Then
Right.
they talked about her history of like she was a 911 operator but refused to do her job. So she decided to go rogue within the police department. So you see how the narrative is building that there's no lawlessness. There's no repair. There's no repair. The second and the third point is because Gaither was the second point. The third point, I want to encourage you with this. When you talk about what Woody did to Mr. Williams and et al., the others,
Mhm.
think of this if you're a man of faith, and I believe you are, and I
Yeah.
trust you are.
Yes.
Think of Joseph and what his brothers did to him.
Of course.
And Joseph came back and forgave his brothers while he was in a bad predicament and what's the word? Incarcerated, for lack of a better term, by the Pharaoh. He was favored. He was favored by God, and God brought him out to become a trusted aide, if not the highest ranking person, to the Pharaoh. Pharaoh trusted him because God empowered him. So my encouragement to you is don't look at it as how can Woody do this and walk away with a clean conscience. That's not our responsibility. That's the Father, that's the Most High's responsibility, right?
Well, listen.
We have to support as much as you may disagree with this and others. We have to support Woody with the same love we do for Mr. Williams, Mr.
Of
Stillwell,
course not. Of course.
everybody. So I want to encourage. I'm not preaching. I'm just trying to encourage.
Right. Let me
Yeah.
ask. Can I ask you a question if it's okay?
Sure.
We got other people that gotta
I'm
talk.
sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
Hold
I'm
on,
sorry.
hold on. Y'all stay there. Let me let the others talk.
Okay.
Chloe.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi,
Sorry.
Sylvia.
Hi.
Thank you so much for your comment. I really enjoy your content, especially on the breaks where cases like this like gone for like months, and for you to keep us informed. I just wanted to add, listening to Woody's testimony about jail and just what he went through. I think I'm a licensed therapist by trade, and some of the things that your other people were talking about here, I just think about the psychological effects for like Young Thug and the rest of them being locked up for 2 years, and what impact is that on them, and how will they fare after? Like in a hypothetical, just say that they get off and things like that. Like, what is life going to be like for them afterwards? And I look at Hilton and Love, and I know they have a job to do, but why are we ruining people's lives at this extent? For what? And I think Woody is just part of the pond, part of the whole. We're gonna do by any means necessary to get what we want. But I think about the alienation that he also went through, about what he talked about, what it was like being locked up behind different walls and things like that. I think about what Young Thug is going through. I think about just what is life going to be like for the rest of them when they get out. My hope is that they have some type of transitional support, because yes, say they get out and he goes back on the road and stuff. What has this 2 years been like for him? You know what I mean? Is he suffering from any kind of depression or alienation and things like that, while he's going through this process? And I know that, there's a lot of people here on faith and everything, but someone like Woody that did all of this, I find it really hard not to be bitter, and not to feel some type of resentment, because it's been May of 2022 that a lot of them have been locked up. So I just wonder, with the judge and everything else, I think she's much better than Glanville. She has her criticisms, but I think, when are they going to put an end to all this? Because I see this going nowhere. And if I was a jury on this, I would try to get off, because I don't understand like what the end game is. If we're going to have Woody's been on the stand since June. So how long are like the rest of the witnesses that we're going to go through? Is it going to be like this? This is a very long trial, and I don't understand. I don't think that the jury is grasping everything. How can you? So that's just what I want to put out to the group. So thank you so much for your content.
Thank you, Chloe. Guys, everybody who has had a word, can I let Deanna go first, and then you guys can come back and say something? Go ahead, Deanna. You're the only one that hasn't said anything.
Okay, let me be quick because I gotta go back to work. But I be keeping up on Instagram and stuff. I told you I be researching and finding the people that they be talking out their Instagram. So like a month ago, I found Shell Kell Instagram. So I think they be speaking on his behalf. But like yesterday after the trial, someone on their behalf posted a picture, I think, of him and his brother. And I don't know if everybody knows, but like when people get like tattoos on their face, like with tears, what that like kind of means as far as like offing someone. And on his face, he drew like they put like snake emojis. And then also he posted clips of the interview on their Instagram of Woody, and the clip where he was telling Deshaun that he lied on Thug and everything, and she was saying how I love you. He laughed and put emojis and said, "Why are you guys not paying attention?" Basically to her, saying she was gonna keep that a secret. I think he's saying that she told on Woody to this game, and she set him up basically.
Wait a minute, who?
Shell Kell on his Instagram, he has like his people that post on his behalf. He posted clips of an interview where Woody was on the jail call with Deshaun, and she was talking about "I love you," and he was like, keep it a secret that he told on Thug or whatever, that he lied. They posted that same clip and said, "Why are y'all not paying attention to the fact that she said she was gonna keep that a secret?"
But who's she?
Deshaun, his baby mama. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then he posted her name and said, "I hope that she enjoyed her birthday." And her birthday is today. I found her Instagram too. So yeah, that's something to think about. That's why I think it fuels more reason for him to have going after them. I'm not saying he went after Nut, but I think he was going after his brother. That's just my opinion. And I think Rainey brought it to my attention that he speaks of her in past tense. Like whenever they mention him in the courtroom, he gets like offended, or he be like, "That was," or "I don't have a girlfriend." He don't like talking about her. But that was all I have. I have to go back to work, but I
Thank
just wanted to
you.
say that.
You just threw me off. You
Yeah,
got me like,
she was communicating with the other side.
wow. Okay. All right. Thank you, Deanna. Thank you for throwing me off. All right, Danielle, then Eddie. Okay.
I just have a few things to say, and then I'm gonna go back to work too. So the first thing is, before, like right when they were indicted, Fannie Willis did a press conference, right? And like she was going after Trump. She knew that she was overpaying the attorney she was going with. When in her press conference on the indictment, they asked her about RICO, and she said, like laughing, "It's just a tool that I use." So even charging them with a RICO, she knew she couldn't prove it. It was just to put something else on them. My second thing is, I listened to an interview that Thug did a few years ago, and he was talking about his brothers, like Gunna and the rest of them. He said, "These guys are my brothers." He said, "Even though I signed Gunna, he doesn't pay me. Like, I don't know if he does now, but back then he was like, it's just a privilege for me to even just get them out of the hood." And I thought that was so beneficial to see what type of heart he really has, because even when he look on the stand and look at Woody, he's angry, but it's like, I'm helping you. He looked like he has that kind of anger. And I think that's about it for now. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so much, Danielle. Okay, Eddie. Eddie, hold up. I got Money coming in here to say something. Money's been trying. Go ahead, Money.
Hey, Chad, how's everybody doing? Miss Sylvia, how you doing? A lot of content.
How are you?
Thanks for keeping us informed. After that, after seeing yesterday, man, the state's been doing this all trial too, just taking bits and parts of pieces from like different tweets and text messages and painting a picture that's not the whole truth, and then the defense attorneys end up coming back, showing a text message, the first 5, and then the last 10 after the ones that the state then showed, and it shows a whole total different picture. Just like with the calls, to be able for them to find these calls to where Woody said he was lying the whole time, and the judge didn't want to let that tweet or that Instagram post come in, and they got the jail calls with Woody saying that he just lied. And the way Max came in and did at the end of the day, man, that was like some movie stuff, like some real Perry Mason, the way he put them questions and tied all those pieces together about the tally events of what really was going on. So you can see that this isn't a RICO case. This is a bunch of maybe just, I don't know what they trying to just throw a whole bunch of things together. But I seen this video that you made not too long ago, Miss Sylvia, about the land, be like 100 acres, I believe you might have said something like that. So, and I want to throw another name out there that when they bought some land, this is the type of stuff that came to them. I remember when Wesley Snipes bought a bunch of land down there, and when he bought that land, that's when he got all that tax and stuff. So I see some things going on the way that you was saying it in the other video, but yeah, this is just horrible. And then you got people sitting in jail wasting their life away for somebody's personal gain, trying to climb up a corporate ladder to get a better position in a job. But that's pretty much all I had to say for right now. If I can, I'll just sit around and listen to everybody else and might chime back in.
Thank you, Money.
Uh,
All right. Eddie, go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but go ahead.
Oh, I never did speak. I never did speak. I was on mute all the time. That was somebody else. But yeah. I was in here earlier this morning. You've been on here for about, at least I want to say 3 or 4 hours. I had came back into the feed, right? Yeah. So first and foremost, I definitely got to, give you your honors for, allowing us to see more of what is going on, right? If it wasn't for you, Sylvia, I would know, I'm 58 years old. I've been through all that. This is not nowhere near a RICO, okay? When I was a young man, I was involved in a real RICO, so I know what the hell I'm talking about. But I want to commend you for what you're doing. That they took this little guy when he was 15, 14 years old, waited 10 years later, and did try to say this about these guys. They should have went on an individual act, but they did not do that, and they about to lose. Yeah, they're gonna lose. Mr. Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug, whatever you want to call him, and all of them is going to walk. The judge just said it the other day. Like I say, I've been through the RICO, okay? I'm an old man, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. The judge said it all day. The judge just gave the state the warning. Those two need to come to a resolution. They never did that in the cases that I was in back in 1989, 1990, right? They never did that. This lady telling the state right now, y'all don't got no RICO. She's going to end up giving them a directive verdict because that dude Sharp, he exposed the whole place. When Woody hit the car and he went wherever he went, so he gave it to Threat. That's it, Joe. Did this here. You can't make this up. Dude, I don't even want to say who did the murder, but it's kind of like, come on, man. Look, they trying to frame Young Thug. They don't have no financial means going from Woody, Shannon, Zach, or none of them like they got some kind of YSL enterprise other than a record label. They don't have that. So that's not a RICO right there, okay? That's number one. Number two, is that what they trying to do with Woody and with them, it was 9 years ago. The person they supposed to have for murder, I don't even want to say, but yeah, hey, man, I got to go on here and say Mr. W. Come on, man. They had him in there questioning him about a murder. And how he end up on these guys and they don't have no physical evidence, no fingerprint evidence, no eyewitness evidence, no DNA. You talking about hearsay? This is not no RICO. They trying to get it. You can only get a RICO conspiracy level when you got corroborating evidence saying Woody get up there and say, well, I did this, and Zach get up there and say, well, I did this, and Doug say, well, this happened like this. When you got financial means coming together, then you could do that. Other than that, no. Yeah. But the lady told them about the resolution. And the resolution is that they need to come to an agreement because she's going to move. She's going to be forced to move for a mistrial, especially if Sharp or Steele go for a directed verdict. I land.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you so much for that. Guys, I just put up the message, the IG message that Deanna was just talking about. She sent it to me, and guys, if you got a chance to read it, I'm gonna put it back up for a second so you guys can see it. Let me know if you guys can see it because I have my watermark on it because just in case somebody tries to say, "Oh, it's mine," but here it is. It says, Shell said, "You guys just gonna ignore Deshaun telling her baby daddy she's gonna keep him telling on everybody a secret about you guys. You guys ignore everything anyway." That's one part. And then the next one says, hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, let me go read. The next one says, "The girl said, 'I love you.' That's my favorite part. Enjoy her party. I hope she got cheesecake." You get it? Cheesecake. Oh, cheesecake rat, right? That's what they try to say, cheese, right? Is that what they're saying? Cheesecake? You see it right there? And then the last one, it says here, the last one says, hold on. I'm about to get off in a few minutes, but the last one says, Lil Woody says he planned to set up Young Thug in a jail call. Then it says, "I love you." You see that, right?
And Miss Silver, can I say something else right quick?
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Silver, did you see the homicide video that Woody made with the with the picture of putting money, $25,000 on Mr. Donovan Thomas' head when they was making the video? Woody was in the video. Threat was in that video. Okay, Woody, Threat, and I believe another guy I don't know. The Young Thug was not in that video. And in that video, you see they put a $25,000 rack on Donovan Thomas' head. He came up missing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, it's a no-brainer. And then everything that's coming out on this stage, I mean, everything that's coming out, I mean, if I'm fair to say it on your show, Woody is the one that did the murder. It is fucking, I mean, they was willing to, I'm going to keep it real. They was willing, and they do this up, I'm in Chicago, Illinois, and they do that a lot up here. They are willing to let, they are willing, I'm up in Chicago, Illinois. You know what I'm saying? Now, I used to be in all that stuff way back then. But I know, I'm an old guy now. I'm not in none of that, all right? But I'm just saying, they are willing to let the murderer walk to get who they want. And in this case, it's not about Young Thug doing anything. It's about Young Thug got money. So what Fanny, that lady down there, Miss Corruption, is doing, she want to convict him by all means necessary because she ain't winning nowhere else. She not winning with Donald Trump. She ain't going to win there. You know what I'm saying? She spent all these taxpayer money, $700,000 on this dude to prosecute Donald Trump. Well, you trying to prosecute a billionaire. Okay, so you won't win that. So now you want to get this case, get your fame, and try to get back in there, but you're not. You're going to lose, but you want to try to win so you can, because if they convict Young Thug, what'll happen is that they'll make Young Thug pay for all of this whole trial, and then they'll cease all of his assets. But they won't be able to get it. They won't be able to do it. You know why? That man got Sharp. Well, he got Steele, but Sharp, oh, he made it clear. He brought you all the way home. This is not a RICO. I've been in a RICO trial in the federal government, okay? And look, see, I'm going to tell you right now, the federal boys, I heard somebody say, oh, man, you know, the federal boy come back, pick up. They're not going to do nothing to Woody. You don't make the feds look like they stupid, okay? The feds watch you for 9 years, and they come and get you, and they got you, and you gone. Fanny sit here and watch these people for 9 years. She want to be the gangster. She want to be the federal government. And the Fed looking at her, no, you're a small entity. What you should have did if you thought them boys had some money going on, because the only thing the Fed worry about is paper. If you pass the ball over to us and we'll take care of it. It's a disrespect. You're not going to disrespect the Feds, right, doing a local job. You're going to talk to the Feds and say, hey, Fed, take this case. They got a lot of money going on in here, and it's too big for us. Other than that, oh, man, the Feds, they got a pissing contest going on, too. You don't know what you're talking about, state. You playing games. Yeah, you know, hey, you know, I just want to say that in land. Yeah, the Feds is not going to try to come back on Woody. Another that Feds looking at these motherfuckers like they real stupid, laughing at them.
Cussing, you just cussing here. Eddie, we don't curse in this channel.
I apologize.
Okay. Okay, I know you're passionate right now. But go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Money, go ahead. Did you want to say something?
I wanted to add on to what Mr. Eddie said. I'm up here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and it's the same thing, you know. And we got to be very mindful and pay close attention to that. This is how they coming after the young men, especially the young men coming into some money. These guys ain't just. You got a guy that made it rapping, and he's just trying to sign people that he know. They were maybe outside doing whatever they doing, but they transitioning, and they're trying to catch these young black men as they make this transition from everyday life into corporate life and are able to make significant changes in their neighborhood. It's another guy down there. I think he's in Atlanta. That kid, Rallo. He got indicted for some stuff because he's buying a lot of property and stuff down there, changing people's lives. So what's happening, I just wanted to say this real quick. What's happening is they catching these guys trying to go all the way legit while they still got a little bit of dirt under their fingernails. And none of them, I was surprised they wouldn't let them put in that Mr. Copeland made the top 10, top 12 list of the most dangerous criminals in the state. So, I mean, it's obvious, clear as day, that these guys was being targeted, and because they were on point and able to respond to their threats coming at them, like that gas station, like Woody with his kids getting shot at, they don't like these men standing up for themselves. Anyway, like these guys are walking around being targeted. Said that the rapper might not be too street, but they try to sign guys around them that will handle any fan that is just a fanatic and does disrespectful stuff, because disrespectful stuff happens all the time. And as an everyday citizen, you don't have time to be escaping the situation to try to hope that the law enforcement come get whoever's targeting you. Sometimes you definitely have to take and handle your own stuff, or you're going to be dead. And it's sad to see Mr. Jeffrey going through these things like this, because he was trying to change a lot of people's lives. That's all I had right there.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Anybody have some final words? Because I'm about to get off. I've been on here for 3 hours and 25 minutes.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Gerald.
I just wanted to go back real quick just to touch on what Mahadi said. Mahadi, I want to ask you a question. Why do you think that the defendants will forgive Woody?
I don't think they will, because they have free will. They have free will to make their own decisions. It is recommended, I pray, and I hope that they do. Because Woody, and you may not have heard, or you may have heard me talk to Miss Sylvia about, I think Jeffrey Williams is a kind man to his own, even to his own detriment. He's too kind. And Woody said that yesterday. He wants to show people, and I think Eddie said it, and I think Money just said it. He wants people to. He is a quiet leader. He leads by example. He's not a rah-rah guy, right? He doesn't yell. He doesn't. He's just, look, I made it. This is the formula. Follow my steps. Follow the breadcrumbs. He do it. So to answer your question, Gerald, is simply, I think he does forgive him because he knows Casey. Jay Will knows Casey, right? They all know each other. But the most influential person in that courtroom is Mr. Williams. And as I said before to Ms. Sylvia, the way Steele worked with KC to help him understand what he's facing and what he's overcome, that's not Casey's attorney. His own attorney didn't do that. Whether it be Melnick, Bumpus, or his attorney now. Steele didn't blast him. He didn't yell it across the court. He didn't yell it in front of the TV. He stood next to him. And I think that came at the behest of his client, Steele's client, and said, listen, this guy's had a rough road. You know, he's still leading by example by going through a proxy called his attorney. And also Shard did the same thing yesterday by giving him, quote unquote, that free gift. Because everybody knows Casey or Woody isn't prepared. He doesn't have the support. He doesn't have the legal knowledge and strength and savvy to understand, right? So I think my man from Chicago said it best. He was like, when you've been in a real RICO, you don't forget those experiences. You can see Woody is like a babe in the woods in this point. So some of the things some of the subliminal things that I see, Gerald, is they should forgive, because that's what God requires. That's what God requires. All right. And I don't want to be preachy here. I'm not trying to do that on somebody else's platform, but that's what's required. And I think you could see it through Jay Will's behavior and his influence that he's doing that. Right. And other people, Miss Sylvia's done that. And I've tried to encourage other influencers to do that, because at the end of the day, he is our brother. Woody is our brother. And we've got family members, all of us do. We look at our family like, what is wrong with you? We don't say that to them, but we say it to ourselves. Like, where did you come from? Because you're not part of my lineage. So the same empathy and love we have for our own internal family, we should extend to Kenneth Copeland. That's going to be up to each individual that's on their trial. And I respect those who feel like, yeah, Mahadi, it's easy to say that because you didn't spend 2 years in Rice Street. Totally respect that opinion. But I would have to seek divine counsel and wisdom and discernment to find the strength. And that's why I referenced Joseph in Genesis when his brothers betrayed him, because he kept divine strength to endure and made the best situation possible. And I'm just encouraging Woody, and I'm encouraging everyone else not to fall into that trap of hating someone that could easily be a family member, just like that. That's all I'm saying.
And let me say, I'm gonna just say this real quick because I'm gonna go to but as I've stated, like, you know, I understand. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, Miss Sylvia, I love the Lord, but I ain't saved, okay? Mahadi, you hear me? I love
I
the
hear you,
Lord, but
Blair. I hear you. I
but
hear
I
you.
ain't
I
saved.
hear you.
So a lot of, you know, and a lot of people might not look at it the way, you know, you look at it, or we should look at it as far as forgiving, but I understand where you're coming from. Now, my other part is that I feel like that, you know, Woody is just another witness, a state star witness. He has said some things and did some things that, you know, is now in question as far as probably the jury concerned. They probably feel like that this case can't go any longer. You feel that same way. But on the other hand, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, they have over 100 and something more witnesses left. And they have said that there are over like 182 like criminal activity implications. So I feel like that with the judge saying she encourages everyone to come to a resolution, I think she's just trying to save the state face, to be honest with you, because it's embarrassing for them. But I feel like if this trial was going to be thrown out, it would have been thrown out when all that Glanville stuff was going on. And I just feel like that it's other evidence that they want to try to present to the jury. I just don't think that this is the end with Woody. Like, I don't think because of what Sharp did ends this trial because of so much other stuff. And then I also feel like that the state is not stupid. I would think not. I mean, as much experience Ms. Love have and Ms. Hilton, you know, has been working for the DA's office, I would think that they did not just rely totally on Woody and his testimony and knowing that he wasn't going to testify, and they still put him up there on the stand to testify. That's another reason why I feel like that, you know, they have other witnesses that may sway this whole trial in another way, and the defense may come back and sway it back in their way. I just don't think it ends with Woody, though. I think they're going to continue on.
I don't say it ends. I just said it's unrepairable. That's what I said. It's
Oh, yeah,
unrepairable. What Shard did broke the mold, and it's unrepairable. You can't. This, like I said, there's no other witness. Like I said, Gaither,
Mhm.
she's moot at this point.
Right.
She's moot because the defense showed through her own words what her intentions were. We don't want you, Woody. We want. She named him. She named him. She named him and another accomplice. But they won't call the second accomplice, right? They won't call
Right.
him. So I don't say it's ending. I agree with you on that. I'm just saying it's unrepairable. You can't bring any credibility back to the table after what you just heard and
But
witnessed.
this is the thing right here, Mahadi. This is my point I'm basically trying to make. When you look at that way and you see that they want Thug, you have to know that Woody is not the only witness that they're going to use to try to get Thug. If Gaither said we want Thug, there's no way that these people are solely relying on him. So I just feel like that it may be irreparable. Who knows? We don't know what the jury is thinking, but I don't believe that the judge is going to throw the trial out. I don't know. I just don't know if she's going to do. I think she's just encouraging.
My question is why she's pushing it.
Yes.
I think she's because I've covered a lot of criminal trials, and in my experience, I've never heard a judge say that, but I have heard judges say, you know, come up with plea deals or try to make people plea out or whatever. I just think she's trying to save the state's face. Like, it's embarrassed. I think she's just trying to, and I feel like this is another thing, Miss Sylvia. Why won't she give them bond then? If she feels like that the trial is at a point where it's embarrassing and it's irreparable, or the state needs to, or the both sides need to encourage something, why not give them bond? I mean, she's not even, and then look how she's been acting since she's got on the trial. I mean,
in the state of Georgia, when you've been charged with a gang charge and RICO, you can't get a bond. That's how they put it in.
So in Georgia, that's how it is.
Yeah.
And that's why the DA is using that as a mechanism.
Yeah, because then once you put that RICO on them,
changes the landscape.
It's like you just gotta, you can't, because now you're saying that you're gonna put these people back into society and they are a danger to society. But meanwhile, you have given plea deal to the ones who were part of this, and they're out in the street right now. So that That doesn't match.
Yeah.
Right. And then another thing is, Miss Sylvia, I kind of feel like that, when you're dealing with crimes like these, like murder, robbery, the jury really feel bad for the victim. Like you can put a person like Woody on the stand and thinks the trials went haywire, then victim of who the state is trying to say this happened to on the stand. They get all that crying and emotional and stuff. It's really like you playing on the jury's emotions or whatever. But I just feel like that. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how it moves forward. I'm just gonna be glad to see they get Woody off the stand. But I enjoyed y'all though.
But let me just also tell you this, Gerald.
Okay.
Nuts family was there when Woody first started, right?
Yeah.
They don't come anymore. After Woody said that Jeffrey did not do anything, it was not them, he lied on them, they stopped coming. Because they would come in there, they would have their little tissue and they would cry a couple of times and then they stopped coming.
Wow. So why do you think that is? You think they are
I think they this is me thinking. It's not facts, y'all. I just think they feel like they've been played.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I have never seen I don't know what Jeffrey got going on, but they want him so bad to the fact that Woody may have killed Nut and they're not prosecuting him for that. Allegedly, but circumstantially, I could draw that conclusion. You feel what I'm saying? But that is so I just could not believe. It's like he did the most of everything and he's not even on trial. And I don't know. I just feel like that's so messed up that they covering up for a murder, allegedly covering up for a murder just to get Jeffrey Williams and all of these other people. That's really crazy.
It's war, Gerald. It's called politics.
Everything, yeah, of course, absolutely. That's
politics.
Right, and that's another reason why I feel like because they had a video going around on social media of Jeffrey's dad. I think he was on like a radio interview and he was saying something about that Fonnie Willis and Donovan Thompson had something going on. Did you see that, Miss Sylvia?
Recently?
No, it's been a minute. I think it was up there for a while, but when I kind of searched, I'm gonna send it to you. When I searched it, I didn't see like blogs or people really posting it. It was posted on like this one site, and it's Jeffrey Williams' dad because I looked at the video and then I looked up pictures of him, and I'm like, yeah, that's him. But I'm gonna send it to you though, so you can see that.
Actually,
Okay.
I saw it. I saw it over the weekend. It was by Posted, Ebon Films. They had it.
Is that the one that he was in the in a jean outfit or something like that? Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw that one. Yeah. And then he also said it on my channel.
Yeah.
Remember? He said it then too.
Wow. Yeah. So that could be a motive too as to why they want to, bring. I don't know. I just feel like in criminal trials, man, it's just so different. Something so egregious has to happen for, them to just throw a trial out so big. And I feel like that everybody knows this is some bull crap and they are still allowing it to go on. And that's because the state has a
drama. This is drama. I tell people all the time, it's like, so what's up with the YSS trial? I said, just go watch the HBO special, The Wire, because this is the same thing.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
The Wire. It's The Wire. You've got your Mario, you've got your Omar, so all the actors are there. And that's exactly what's going on. There's layers upon layers, and decisions are made by politicians and politics and derivatives. So it is what it is. It is. But this is not my platform, so I'm going to give Gerald the last word.
Oh no, I'm done.
Sylvia, thank you so much for your generosity of time. I appreciate it. I did send you an email. I don't know if you got it.
Yeah, I respond. Did I respond to you yet? I got you.
I haven't. I've been running my mouth, so I have not seen.
Yeah, I responded.
Okay. Well, Gerald, it's a pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
Meeting you too. Nice meeting you too. Did you say he had a purple shirt on? No, this video he got a purple shirt on.
No, that's something new then. That's not.
Yeah, he has a purple. I'm gonna send it to you, Miss Sylvia. It's on YSL Rico Shorts Freeze PYDA on YouTube. Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna email you the link.
Okay.
You can pull it up. It was posted like 68 days ago. Somebody posted it on Reddit, and it was posted 68 days ago. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. And then you can put it up here. Give me your email one more time.
Sparks, SPARKS,
Uh-huh.
1565 @gmail.com.
I know I wrote it down, but I can't find my paper. Okay, I'm about to send this to you right now.
Okay, I'll just look at it and see what's being said and all.
I just sent it to you right now, so it should be to you. Because I'm like, that's crazy that they would, like, what is it that they want him so bad? You know, I don't know. It's a crazy trial.
Oh, this is his inside of his this is him doing his live.
Oh, his podcast.
Yeah, and this is my video.
Is it?
Yeah, this is when I was there. It's my video. I'm the one that was there when the CNN was there. That's my hold on, let me show you. It's my video. Hold on, let me show y'all.
Okay, yeah, that's my song.
Oh, it's my own video. I don't even know my own video. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on.
And it's like nobody really talking about it either, you know?
Yeah, CNN came and did an interview with him, and that was one of the days. Where did I put it at? Where did I put it at? Oh. Hold on. I don't know what I titled it. I'm trying to pull it up, guys. I don't know what I titled it as. Exclusive. Let's see. I was there live with it. Where is it? Oh, you know what? I think it's the one that they took from my channel. Hold on. Somebody got taken down.
Oh, that's what somebody named Brandy said. That's the video they stole and was removed from your channel. Wait, they
Yeah.
stole it and did a copyright infringement?
That was the one. Yeah, that was the one they had removed from my channel. Yep, that was the one.
Wow. Yeah.
That was the one. They took it from my channel.
That's crazy.
Yep, that was the one.
Yeah. And it's just so crazy because, I mean, according to this, you know, your video, I mean, Fonny for the streets, you know, I mean, that could be a motivation. I mean, hey, we already know Miss Love, she already tried to run for district attorney in some other county, but she lost very badly. I don't think anybody want her as a DA. But I'm interested to see what happens, Miss Sylvia. I love you and thank you so much for allowing me to come up here.
Love you too, and don't be a stranger here. You know that, right?
No, I'm gonna be out here more. I just be having a lot of, you know, I got a lot of stories and stuff that I'm helping families with. So I be so tired up, and I try to turn it on, the trial on while I work, you know, to keep up what's going on. But I'll be down there. I'll be down there.
Do you have any solution with this whole demonetization situation that I have going on?
You know, I never. Okay, so let me ask you this: have you heard back from YouTube?
Yeah, they told me that I have to wait till November 14th to reapply.
So, and you sent them your Rule 22 and all that stuff?
Yeah. They said, yes, you have permission to do that, but you need some originality with your
thing. That's what the
So
guy.
probably what they're saying is you might need do you have a system like OBS where you can
Just in the OBS thing, I don't know nothing about it. I was just doing straight live from
yeah,
YouTube, and
maybe throwing your beautiful logo that you have up here in the background on there. That'll kind of show them that normally when you're doing like pool pool streaming or whatever, normally it's not a problem, but probably because you have no logo or something on there and other companies are trying to say it's theirs, but you probably slap a logo on there.
I need an overlay. Somebody was saying I need an overlay and stuff.
Yeah,
like
you can do an overlay as well. StreamYard give you an overlay, just put your logo.
I don't go through stream. I'm
Okay.
Let me tell you something, Gerald. I'm learning how to. I know how to go to the court. I know how to bring information for the court. All
Yeah.
this technical stuff
Right.
is way behind
Yeah.
above my head, and that's
Yeah.
where I'm like trying to pull my hair out. So
Yeah, I'm gonna email you, Miss Silver, because I got you. I know a little stuff. I know a little something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna email you when I get off of here, and we can set up a time of day you want to talk, and I can show you OBS. I use it a lot as well, and I use another company called Restream, which they allow you to have your comments on the screen too. So it's really dope.
So then I have to go and do, because I pay monthly for this thing.
Right. Yeah.
Restream is another one I have to purchase every month.
Yeah, you have to purchase everyone, but it's better though. I promise you, it's so much better. I promise you, so much better.
How much is
I think I pay like $35 a month, but I want all the kicks and the everything. I want all them amenities.
So that means like, should I keep both? Because I really can't afford.
I don't keep both because I'm not paying for both. You know what I'm saying? So when I found Restream, I went to them and I love it.
Okay, so how do I get rid of StreamYard? Because I got a lot of videos on StreamYard. That means I would lose them then, huh?
No, you can keep your account though. You just won't be streaming on it anymore. You get what I'm saying? But you can take your credit. You should be able to take your credit card off or just downgrade to the free subscription where they won't charge you no more, and then you can just use your stream.
Will I lose my other stuff that I have out there? Because it's going to go down to like.
No, like anything that you publish live through StreamYard, all of those videos are going to stay. Your videos that you save or that's saved after you go live, they're going to stay too. It's just you won't be streaming, through here no more. You just chose another platform. But you, like me, I still go on my StreamYard account and download videos if I need them, or some songs that I used to have installed on there. So I still can go get them and use them if I need it, but it doesn't delete anything. You're just changing your streaming software and what you use, and then it'll be better, for you. You can put a logo up there, or you can pull the stream through, Restream and have your logo up there, so it'll show that this is your content. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's crazy that you sent the Rule 22, which is a legal, document, that a judge has to sign off on in Georgia, and you have access to the pool camera. Like, do you have an idea? Do you have an idea?
Huh?
Do you have an idea who may have probably done this?
I don't know who it is, but I have haters all over the place. Come on now.
Yeah,
you know that. Come on.
Yeah, because you in the courtroom and you do what I do. You come out and you tell the people what happened in the courtroom, what you observe, and how jurors are looking, and people love that stuff. And when other people are not doing that, they're gonna hate.
Yeah. That's what happened to me, because I'm there every day and they have an issue with it. So
yeah, that's okay. God got you. I'll try to shoot them another email. I could kind of help you with something too. We're gonna talk. Miss Sylvia. I love you, and
love you too.
Come up here.
Okay, thank you, Gerald.
Bye, y'all.
Okay, bye. All right, everybody, we are going to go ahead on and end this live. I thank everyone for showing up. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. Thank you for your likes. And let me see, did you guys hit my like enough time for me to get me over that 1,000 subscribers? I mean, not subscribers, 1,000 like. That's our goal every time. Over 1,000 every time we get up in here, okay?
So thank you guys again. Love you. And I will be bringing you guys some more 411 exclusive stuff. Okay. We still got the some footage. Still got some footage of actual scenes inside the courtroom. All right. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Here we go. We're gonna do some church music getting out. Okay. Later. Bye.